What up? What up? Welcome. Thank you for being here. What's up, Keith? What's up, Thomas? Yeah, my voice is a lot better today, thankfully. Still not 100%, but we're doing pretty good. What's up, Catherine? What up, Bob? Hey, Rod, how you doing, man? Welcome, Alex. Got some stuff to go over with you guys today. Gonna be talking about old Joffrion a little bit. And speaking of that, I need to bring up his other video. There we go. What's up? What's up? Come on in and join us, please. That's funny, Thomas. That's a clever joke. All gingers do need to be in jail. Justin, James, myself, we all need to be in jail. A high chat indeed. Welcome, Domineer. Do I know where my towels are at? I have no clue. We don't use towels in my house. We just get out and air dry. We just run around naked until we're dried off. What's up, Atsumari? It is not a fume. Unfortunately, I'm still addicted to nicotine. I do have a fume. I have a few of them, actually. No, I don't do the voice for ATA. What's up, Billy? Good to see you here, dude. Billy and I are collaborating a little bit here. He's gonna help me put together an episode featuring a specific police officer that I think warrants a video on its own. And Billy has already done a pretty consistent, thorough series on this officer, but figure why not throw my 2 cents in there, especially since he's basically already done all the hard work and did the FOIA request. So, oh, that's what's up. Hello, Catherine's kitties. Damn it, is my chat gonna do this shit again? Hey, what's up, Joanna? Or Joanna? So, I have some announcements to make. I wanted to wait until we got a few more people in here. But I might as well just go ahead and say it. And then whoever's watches the VOD later can pick up on it or whatever. I'm sure you guys will fill people in. Yeah, I did get your email, Atsumari, by the way. So I'm going to be dialing back the streaming just a little bit over the coming weeks, especially for a couple of reasons. A, I'm working on well, technically 3 projects right now that are all outside of my normal daily work, you know? And no, it doesn't have anything to do with aliens. I'm not doing the alien channel. Um, but uh, I think that these 3 videos are gonna be really good, and they are something that I really want to participate in and create. Um, so with that being said, over at least the next month, um, I am going to be streaming only once per week. But with that said, I'll also still be bringing you some of the uploads that I do, regularly, and it won't be just the streamed comment or content. So it won't be just VODs. It'll be new content that is, that you haven't seen on the stream or anywhere else. So um, there won't be any shortage of content, but I'm just not going to have the availability over the next few weeks, especially to continue doing this 3 times a week while I'm working on this other stuff that I feel is more important and will make for better content in the end. Yeah, new videos, and you're going to get new videos that you wouldn't have seen on the live stream anyway, and I'm still going to be live streaming just once a week instead of 3 times a week. And we'll probably stick with Tuesdays. And yeah, family time is a thing as well. The thing about it is like streaming here, per day it only takes up 3 hours of a day, but preparing for the stream takes up a lot of time as well. Like finding the videos, putting everything together, making sure it's in line, doing the stream, and having a time commitment. It's sort of like it was supposed to be an easy thing I could just hop on here and do, and then now it's kind of turned into this whole workflow in and of itself, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I could probably make more of these and make better videos if I wasn't constantly having to be live, Also, those 3 projects I mentioned, I'm going to have to be going out of town for. So a lot of those I will just simply not be here for. I just won't be in this room in front of my desk. So I just literally won't have the availability for it. But I'm going to try to make that up by doing this same style of content where I'm just sort of giving you my reaction and maybe a little bit of more in-depth research. Since I'm not on a time crunch with being live, I can sort of take my time a little bit and be more calculated with how I react to these videos. But I just wanted to let you guys know that. And yeah, 1 stream a week, I think, is a good number, because I still want to give you guys this experience and be part of this community and talk to you all. But I also want to have the time and the creative freedom to be able to do other things too, Yo, Shane, my man, thank you for the $2. Hello from Hurricane WV. Is there a hurricane going on? I didn't even know about that. Enjoy the live videos. In West Virginia, I'm assuming. That's interesting. Yes, that's exactly right, Keith. This is going to be awesome because that's exactly what you're going to get. Maybe not necessarily audits. I may very well do an audit. I have that on my list, but there's a bunch of other kinds of videos too. There's an investigation I've been working on for the past year into this security company. And I'm basically to the point of having everything I need to make a video sort of exposing this company for all their wrongdoings. But the only thing I have left to do is literally fly to the place where their headquarters is and start filming some content. And I can't do that right now because I have so many things going on, like with the live stream, the second channel, audit the court, and then all the regular stuff that I do on a day-to-day basis. Um, I can't give you a teaser about it. If you've been around, you may have an idea of what I'm talking about, but I haven't talked about it very much because I think that this video is going to be really good. I've dug into this company and found out a lot of things about them. I mean, you guys remember when I did the video exposing body cam declassified, I did a lot of research in that video that I couldn't tell you about, about finding out who owns the channel, where they live, who they are, who their parents are, all that stuff. I basically did the same thing for this other company that I think is a very corrupt company. And I'll say this, that they're based out of Denver, Colorado, and I'll be flying to Denver probably within the next few weeks to get some footage and wrap that video up and move it into the editing phase. So I spent the last year compiling all this information, and now it's really just a matter of filming and putting it together in a chronological order that makes sense. So, yeah, I found your shell company, Julian. You're fucked, buddy. We're going to be exposed. ATA viewer gets exposed by ATA. How long have I been I've been investigating them for a little over a year. The work that I put in so far has mostly been a lot of internet sleuthing. I've done quite a few FOIA requests in regards to this company. I've found a bunch of stuff that they posted online that they probably shouldn't have. And I've also put together a whole file, and I've contacted the Denver mayor, every member of the city council. I've been putting together a file to submit potentially to the FBI or the Colorado Attorney General or something. I didn't get the mayor of Denver refused to reply to any of my requests. And out of all the members of city council that I emailed about this, only one replied, and they said, thanks. Thanks for bringing this up. And that was it, So, yeah, typical politician bullshit. I'm just going to have to go there and put a microphone in their face and see if they feel the same way when I'm actually standing in front of them talking to them. Because, when you put a microphone and a camera in someone's face, it tends to change the dynamics of the situation, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. But we'll just have to see. At this point, though, they can't deny that I haven't made a good faith effort to make them aware of this situation that's going on there. So, yeah, I am going to pull basically the Leroy Truth Investigations move and pull up and put the camera in their face. Maybe not in a suit, but, but yeah, so big things I got planned, and it's kind of putting me in a situation to where I need to chill out on the live streaming a little bit and focus more on the actual content. But you'll still get the whole live stream experience with the content that I'm going to be posting anyway. So I don't think you'll be missing too much, and I'll be here once a week on Tuesdays at the normal time. When I can. So I think, for example, next Tuesday, I am going to be out of town, I believe, for another project. And then the following week, I should be back, but we'll have to see how it works out because I have another project to go to. I got to go to Atlanta next week and Arkansas the week after that. And then hopefully a week or two after that, I'll be going to Denver. So as you can see, not a lot of time in that for live streaming. We'll probably get to some chess later on this evening, but right now we've got some body camera stuff to watch, and well, police interaction stuff to watch, I should say. I have quite a few videos pulled up. The most interesting one that I really want to get to, though, is the Joffrion body camera footage. But first, we have this video, which is an interesting video to say the least. First of all, title, falsely accused and surrounded by police. And this was uploaded by Dave Biller, Pity Zaraz1. Zaraz. And believe it or not, he actually put Audit the Audit as one of the tags. So I'm taking that as permission to view this video and give commentary on it. I think he actually emailed me this too, but let's get into it and just see what's up.
I'm sitting here recording the helicopter. Hey, oh, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, Jim?
That's probably what I think they're talking about. Somebody reported that they thought you pointed a weapon at them.
Come on!
That's what you have, right?
All right, whoa.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, my dangerous weapon here. My dangerous weapon.
Well, people don't know what guns are.
I mean, we're 20 seconds in, and this is already one of the most ridiculous videos I've seen in a while. Someone called the cops on this guy because he has a walking handicap stick, his cane. I mean, come on. Oh, what's up from Birmingham? Hey, shout out to my home. I'm originally from Alabama. I don't live there now, but that's and Birmingham sucks, by the way. I know this from personal experience. But Jesus Christ, guys, calling the cops on somebody. Like, it's a crutch, yes. It's a tactical assault cane. That's hilarious. I mean, it does look tactical, I guess. I'll say that. It does look tactical. But it's, clearly. I don't know what this guy could have been. Unless he's holding it up like a gun and pointing it at people. I don't know how you could mistake this for a firearm. But the cane was locked and loaded. You guys better watch out. All right, well, let's see. Maybe they saw something. Maybe this is not even what they're talking about. I don't know.
Weapon here, my dangerous weapon.
Well, people don't know what guns are.
I know, but they obviously don't know what people are disabled.
They're also complaining that you're yelling to them and harassing them.
I'm not yelling. So I have everything on live stream. I've recorded 100% of everything.
So, but here's what I'm going to let you know. You can harass us live stream.
I'm not harassing anybody.
Okay.
Oh, he looks tough.
You're more than welcome.
I'm being very friendly.
Right now I'm on the internet with you. There's a call on a complaint with you.
Because I'm standing here, because I'm disabled and I'm standing here with my crutch?
This is an investigation.
Okay,
so I'm going to explain to you.
Fuck your investigation. I'm not going to cooperate with it.
Okay. Well, if that's the way you want to do it, Dave. I mean, we handle it different way.
What do you want?
Legitimate complaint on you.
You can have a lot of legitimate complaints, and you came here. You saw Vidi Vici. You came. You saw. You conquered.
Do you have a weapon with you?
No, absolutely.
Did you point a weapon?
Never. I've been on camera the entire time.
Well, that's what I need to know. I have to ask this question because this is what came to us.
Okay, you investigated, not pound ground.
Two. If you are directing anything at people, it is now harassment, and you will be arrested.
Absolutely not.
No. If you're just here doing your freedom of speech, you're more than welcome to be here.
I absolutely am. I'm here. This
is your weapon.
You want to make sure it's clear and make sure it's not loaded.
You're good.
You want to make sure.
I keep trying to catch what's on this guy's. Excuse me. I don't know where this is from, so I'm assuming that's Olympia. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even say that. Yo, shout out to Shane. Thanks for the $1. You like monkey butts, dude? That's a little weird. Shane donated $1 to say that he likes monkey butts. Interesting. Yeah, he does. He is the chief. I'm pretty sure. He's a white shirt, if nothing else, and that's usually pretty reserved for the command staff. But here's the thing about this situation is that he came up saying someone reported that you had a weapon or may have had a weapon. And obviously that would be a weird thing to report if you just saw a guy walking around on a cane. But it seems like, obviously I don't know for sure, but I'm getting some context clues that there was some kind of altercation that happened prior to the cops getting here. Because he also mentioned that he was investigating him for potentially making threats. But yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I don't know. I could see a situation where someone got mad at this guy for something that he said, and they called the cops on him and claimed that the cane was a weapon. And yeah, maybe he got into a fight. That's a good point, Rob. Maybe he got into an argument with someone and he pointed the cane at them like, fuck you. And they interpreted that as some kind of weapon. And maybe, hey, if you're in the middle of arguing with somebody and they whip out a cane all of a sudden and that you didn't see before, maybe there's a situation that could be reasonable to assume. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that the suspicion of whether or not he had a weapon has almost entirely been dispelled. But whether or not he was engaged in a verbal altercation or potentially disturbing the peace, I think that maybe the cops might have an argument for that. It would probably get absolutely trampled on in court, but you never know. I mean, that's the point I'm trying to make, is that you just never know. It could be Oliphant, Pennsylvania, or Oliphant, North Carolina. Interesting. Yeah, and it is very much hearsay. These cops would probably have to witness something to actually pursue any kind of charge, but I feel like there may be an argument here that they had reasonable suspicion to investigate with all of the elements combined. But again, the weapon aspect of this has largely been dispelled, so I don't know what they could pursue beyond what they've already done.
Sure.
So have a good night.
How is this? How is my cane a weapon?
To any of the people.
Do you see the handicap tag on my plate?
I don't know who the people are that's
it's
here.
everybody.
I don't know if they've been around guns. No,
I don't know.
Two ladies came to us and gave us complaints.
Of course they are. And they lied to you. Here's what I'm gonna do. You have their information. Do you have their information? I'm gonna file a complaint against them for falsely accusing.
No, they have to put it on statement. Okay, so that's it.
Okay, now Jim Beefy.
Were you arrested?
I was not harassing. I was not harassing anybody. Okay. I'm not approaching anybody.
Don't approach that.
I have never approached a single person.
And I'm taking you at your word. You got
okay. And I told you to be free. You investigated. You investigated. Okay. Get out of here, Jim. You're harassing me now.
The investigation is done. When I see it's done, Dave.
Well, I say.
Okay. Well, now we know this guy's name. It is Dave. And let me go back a second. Hold on.
Just a single person.
And I'm taking you at your word.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is that it seems like pretty much everything that's happened so far has been pretty consensual. At no point did he demand his ID or tell him that he wasn't free to go. I mean, he came up, told him what the report that they got was, saw that it was clearly a cane. Obviously, Dave and Jim here have some history and they probably don't like each other. But yeah, I can't say that the chief has necessarily done anything illegal, because I don't believe that there's a detention has been made. It seems like this has been a consensual encounter from the beginning thus far.
ID, because we do have an investigation.
You're accusing me of a crime.
No, I don't have to accuse you of a crime. I have to do an investigation.
You have my information already. Are you accusing me of?
Here.
Are you accusing? Did you see me drive it here? Did you see me drive it here?
I have multiple people see you drive it here.
Then go get their witness statements.
Your ID.
Jim, what am I being accused of?
Okay, well, now he's demanding the ID, and that totally changes everything about this. You know, the moment he demands ID, he's essentially saying, I have enough suspicion and enough articulable facts at this point to demand to see your ID. And we'd have to know, first of all, I don't think he has reasonable suspicion, but I do think that there is a plausible argument to be made for him having reasonable suspicion. So even if he didn't, even if ultimately it was ruled that this was unlawful, I highly suspect that this guy would be entitled to qualified immunity. So is it worth it to pursue the? I mean, of course it is to establish the precedent, but personally, is it worth the financial hardship is a question you got to ask yourself. Yeah. Okay. So this is in Washington State. Yeah. And I'm not sure what Washington's, I don't think that Washington is a stop and ID state. Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, Dominier. Thank you. I don't know why my brain's not working very well. So I highly doubt he has the authority to demand that ID. And Maria Foods, may I use your video for my channel by adding my voice over and values? Yeah, I mean, as long as you do it to a degree to make it transformative, yeah, you don't even need my permission. That's how fair use works. So, yeah, I appreciate you asking. But yeah, as long as you make it transformative, you're more than welcome to use whatever footage or whatever. Plus, the body camera stuff that I watch is usually, it's public record. Anybody can use it. You know, you don't have to ask me. But as far as the legal analysis, yeah, as long as you're adding your commentary and stuff, I don't mind at all. You're 99% sure it's not Washington. It's either Pennsylvania or North Carolina. Well, I'm sure we'll find out. Let's just keep going, I guess.
One ideas.
Jim, what am I being accused of? What I need you to articulate exactly.
You had a firearm and you were harassing
and you have called that. And you have called that.
You have the video?
I have absolutely everything.
Well, please show me the video.
It's on my camera. It's being recorded right now.
Let me have the video.
I will when it's done recording. Once this incident's over.
Investigation is going on right now.
It's going on right now. It's all being live streamed, Jim.
Right. Dave, you're not understanding.
You're not understanding either.
Show me the proof.
Show you the proof of what? You want to search my vehicle?
I don't want to search your vehicle.
You just said I'm being accused of something.
Yes, you're being accused.
And you can see that I'm clearly not.
People.
You can see that I'm clearly not.
Right now. I'm not. I didn't say this just.
You've had my ID how many times already?
I had your ID.
You guys have had it multiple times.
Sorry, I'm muted. My bad. So just to say this, excuse me. Yes, it is hearsay, and cops can't just take one person's statement and use that to develop reasonable suspicion. But if there are multiple people who are unaffiliated with each other reporting the same thing, and being unaffiliated is not even necessarily a requisite for this, but that can be used to build reasonable suspicion. So if you have multiple people reporting the same thing, that adds a lot of credibility. It adds to the indicia of reliability of the evidence that's being presented. So it's not that all things that are said to cops amount to hearsay. It's that they have to have a corroboration of what's being said in order for it to be considered a legitimate factor for reasonable suspicion. So if you just have one person claiming, hey, this guy was harassing me, and you have nothing beyond that, that's not very credible or reliable. But if you have multiple people alleging that this person was harassing this person, that can amount to reasonable suspicion. So you never know. I mean, again, we really need to know the state to see what laws would be applicable as far as the identification requirement. But I think it's totally within the realm of possibility to get reasonable suspicion from the testimony of multiple people on scene.
Jim, you called the investigation. You know my ID. We've been involved multiple times. You know how to get a hold of me. I don't have my ID with me.
Because if not, when we're going to Pennsylvania, you're required to have your ID.
I don't have it on me.
There we go, Pennsylvania. We know for sure now. I can't remember if Pennsylvania is a stop and ID state or not. Let me look it up. It's not a stop and ID state, according to Google. You guys remember how good Google is, but let me look a little bit more really quick. I'm trying to find their statute. Yeah, I don't think you're required to give your ID unless you're arrested. It's in Pennsylvania. $1849.14. It just has a false identification law. Maybe someone else can look that up, but we'll keep the video rolling. But I'm pretty sure this guy is not required to give his ID unless he is being arrested.
I don't have it on me. Okay. And then I don't have it on me because I'm not in my truck operating my motor vehicle. Okay. What motor vehicle crime am I being accused of?
Not a motor vehicle.
I have a permit to conceal and carry.
Okay. You told me you didn't have a weapon.
I don't, but I do have a permit to conceal and carry.
Obviously, that if somebody's seeing you from across the road,
it's a cane.
And it also has a different kind of handle.
I didn't make it.
I didn't
take it up with the manufacturer, Ergo Bomb. I didn't do anything. I did not. Here's what I did. I put a little handle on it.
Dave,
you're accusing me of a crime?
No, I'm telling you, other people said you were yelling at them.
Okay, and I'm not yelling at them. I am not. You can have the video when it's done recording.
Yeah, I can't find this. I don't believe there is a statute that requires you to identify yourself unless you've been arrested. So I don't think this guy's under any legal obligation to identify himself in this situation.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. If one more person comes, I will come over and arrest you.
You're going to come over and arrest me for what?
Harassment.
I am not saying a single word to anybody.
And if you don't, that's fine. Then you have the camera.
I'll tell you what.
And I'll be happy to see it.
Yeah, okay? I can't wait for this to go up.
Dave, have a good day.
Yeah, you got my ID now, right? You got my ID. Did you use reasonable, Jim, are you using reasonable discretion?
Yes.
You
absolutely.
Are? What's your highest level of education that you completed?
Probably
high school? High school? No, I have my bachelor's degree.
Have a nice day.
No, I told you beat feet, now get out of here.
Look, granted, I get it in this situation, right? You know, cops are fucking stupid sometimes, and calling them out for being idiots is a good thing. But, you know, going to school and getting your bachelor's degree is not a one-up on anybody, you know? And this is coming from a guy who I have a bachelor's degree. And it's not, I graduated with a lot of people who I know now have bachelor's degrees that are also fucking idiots, you know? And I know quite a few people who never went to, you know, who quit high school and are very intelligent. So it really rubs me the wrong way when people get this like appeal to authority because they have some kind of credential. You know, a credential is just a fucking piece of paper. I paid $50,000 for a piece of paper that has my name on it, saying that I can do this thing, that I'm proving right now in this video that I can do. You know, so degrees are meaningless. High school degrees are fucking meaningless. Your college credentials are meaningless. And they don't say anything about your intelligence, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Yeah. Have fun on social media, assholes. I am. I'm not harassing. You leave me alone, Jim.
We talk to nobody but Bob.
Now Jim's going around harassing other people. Yeah. You gotta separate all the other stuff out of this and put this up on YouTube, on social media.
Right now you're on live. It's popping up on my feed.
Yeah. So that was my interaction with Chief DeVoe. He accused me of being harassing
people and having an armed weapon.
This is my cane. This is my disability. I cannot stand. I have a broken back. I shattered my back and hips a long time ago. I'm full of arthritis, and now the cop wants to harass me for being disabled. They're specifically targeting me for my disability in that respect.
I wouldn't really agree with that characterization. I don't think the cops were necessarily targeting him for his disability. I mean, just because you have a cane doesn't mean you couldn't also have a gun, and that's what was reported. So I wouldn't say that they. I mean, if it would be different if someone said he had a cane and they went over there and harassed him for having a cane, but that's not what happened. Yeah, he obviously someone may have maliciously reported that, but I feel like they were within their authority, I suppose. Maybe not the best discretionary decision making there, but I don't think they did anything illegal, is how I would put it. Yeah, it wasn't really about his disability. I mean, it kind of was, because obviously the cane had something to do with the call, but the cops were obviously not motivated by his disability. And I think you're right, Dilbert. He suspects that somebody got recorded, didn't like it, so they retaliated by making a false report. I think that's exactly what happened too. And these are the risks that you take as a First Amendment auditor, or anyone who wants to film the police or film in public. I mean, people are going to get butthurt about it and call the cops. And I don't think it's necessarily the best course of action to always hold on. This is too funny of a comment right here. It's an AK-47. That is hilarious. God, Catherine, you're on one today. AK-47. Somebody called it in. He's committing acts. He's going to commit a mass walking. You guys better be careful. That is really funny. That cracked me up. I forgot where I was even going with that. But I guess the main takeaway here is that I don't think anything illegal necessarily happened. They didn't get his ID at the end of it. They ended up walking away. It was very borderline on whether or not you could even consider that a detainment. I mean, he did demand to see his ID at one point, but at the same time, he never said anything explicit or even really created the conditions for there to be a detainment. So it's one of those situations where, yeah, walk by. It's one of those situations where you could easily make the argument, but is it a hill that's worth dying on is the real question. Like, sure, we could find a Fourth Amendment violation in there, but nothing that's going to be worth your time to take to a court. No worries, Catherine. That was worth losing my train of thought for. That was really good. So yeah, let's get into the Shields of Shame thing we were going to watch today. First of all, here is Billy's channel. And we've talked about, he's in the chat right now. We've talked about him many times. I talked to him last night on the phone. Can't say enough good things about Billy's content. And if you're not already subscribed to him, I don't know what you're doing. Seriously, this is some of the best, most thorough. I just can't say enough good things about Billy's content and the way that he puts things together. And just his whole channel is fantastic. So I highly recommend that you check out his channel. And the video that we're going to be looking at involves this guy. I'm sure you guys remember this guy right here, the guy who doesn't know anything. He doesn't know a single thing. So yeah, and if you listen to him here, which is where I'm sure you all know him from,
With
you
the
know,
lawful order,
he doesn't know.
And what was the lawful order?
identification.
Under what circumstances are you entitled to demand identification from a person?
Reasonable suspicion that crime occurred.
All right, and what reasonable suspicion did you have that he had committed a crime?
Harassing customers. Keeping
So I never watched this, believe it or not, because when it first came out, pretty much everyone in the auditing community was covering this. And I felt like, man, well, I've seen this guy's face in so many thumbnails that there's probably not much for me to add in terms of analysis or commentary or what have you. It had basically been covered by every single person. So, you know, there's no shortage of an analysis on this interaction that he was involved in, and then also this entire deposition where he clearly couldn't recall a single thing. But Billy, being the champ that he is, dug into Mr. Joffrion's background here, and this is one of the videos that he found. So this is from the Waveland Police Department, and it also features Mr. Joffrion. And this is another interaction of him out in the field. And Billy actually sent me a text a minute ago with a link to a Google Drive that has all of Joffrion's body camera that he's managed to dig up. I don't want to show you guys too much of this, but I have that link. So I'm going to check that out after the live stream and see if there's maybe more that we can dig into, and maybe do a full expose on Joffrion at some point in time. But I figured that maybe we could just go over this one for now today, and we'll see if it warrants more of an investigation. I haven't seen any of this video yet. All I know is from the title and thumbnail, and I'm expecting an extravaganza here because I love Billy's content and I know this is going to be a good video. But yeah, so that's all the setup. We're watching Sergeant Joffrion. This is the Waveland Police Department, and we're in Mississippi. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, and maybe we have some non-American viewers here who don't know about the state of Mississippi, but just for everyone, all my non-American viewers, Mississippi is one of the biggest, most affluent states in America. They're like ranked number one in education. They're ranked number one in health, number one in fertility. They're number one in infrastructure. It's basically like there's no racism there. You know, it's the easiest one to spell. That's another one. I mean, Mississippi is basically like America's Mecca of where we're doing everything right. And, you know, people are healthy and living a fantastic lifestyle. And it's basically what we would like the rest of America to be like, you know? I can't keep doing that with a straight face. Yeah. Yeah, Texas is another paradise. I mean, California is up there too. You know, we just have America's basically just like a conglomerate of utopias. Yeah. No, seriously, Mississippi sucks. It's a shitty place. There's tons of racism, tons of fucking fat, unhealthy people, uneducated people. It sucks. It's literally the worst state in this country. It's terrible. And it's probably the one none of us want to live in. And if you live in Mississippi, you settled for that. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to live in Mississippi or be associated with Mississippi. That state sucks. And I say that with a lot of conviction because I'm from Alabama originally, which is like the second worst state in this country. So people from Alabama have a lot of hate for Mississippi because we get to be like, hey, at least we're not Mississippi, you know? So yeah, you get gas in Alabama on your trips to Florida. I don't blame you. No one wants to live in Mississippi. It's a shitty state. Yeah, I wouldn't want to stop there either. Yeah, when you flush the toilet up in the north part of the country, that's where it goes. It's to Mississippi. That's right, Thomas. Anyway, so yeah, needless to say, when we're looking at a video from Mississippi, we don't expect there to be a high caliber of, you know, constitutional policing. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some very bad policing here, and knowing that Joffrion is the cop is kind of the cherry on top. So I'm expecting something crappy to happen in this, but again, I haven't seen it. So let's just jump into this encounter and see what happens.
Gotcha. Here, look, I want to get you away from
just jumped like that. This thing is messing up. There we go. Sorry about that.
Come here, what's going on? How old are you?
16.
16? Okay, what happened?
Been arguing and he left the house for the night, but he came back and he said the dude wouldn't open his door. He's inside right now.
Who's inside?
God,
Yo, what's up, 33rd? You haven't missed much, dude. We just went over one interaction.
that's my stepdad.
Okay, what does Scott do? Okay. Then what else happened?
Ran out of the house a bunch and came back in and stuff like that. And then he left the house with a knife and
Yo, Eddie, chill out, bro. We're not defending anyone. We haven't even, I don't know anything about this. And no worries, Billy. I got it now. I haven't defended anyone yet. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. We're just going to have to see. So don't take it as me defending anyone just yet. I haven't seen anything in this.
he came back. I don't think he brought the knife in, but he's still angry and yelling and stuff.
Has he threatened you with a knife?
No, he hasn't threatened anybody in the house, but he did threaten to kill this guy, Will, but Will didn't open his door, so he came back here.
So where's Will at?
What?
Where's Will?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man. You ain't got no weapon.
12 years in marriage.
Oh,
My wife is ready to leave me,
Okay.
and we're
Hey,
arguing.
what's your name?
Stephen Ladner.
All right,
Stephen Scott.
Mr. Stevens, come over. You ain't got no weapons on you, do you?
No, but I'd rather not. 'Cause please.
I just want to talk to you, man.
You can talk right
Yeah. You're not in trouble.
Because I need to get in. I need to deal with my wife, my situation. Trying to.
What's wrong with your wife?
17, so 23,
Another man?
What do you mean nothing?
Another man.
Malachi, come on.
Oh, no. Oh, gotcha. Here, look, I want to get you away from the kids so we can talk. You're
right now, they're my saviors. Please.
that's.
I mean,
You'll sit down for me. At least do that.
There's no violence.
Please sit down.
Just relax, man.
Can I go grab a cigarette? I'll be right back. Just a cigarette.
Will y'all grab a cigarette? Okay.
They don't know where it is. I swear I'll
Don't get it. No, come here. Miss Stevens, come outside for me. Here. Here, look.
Go good. Fine. I'm sorry.
Just sit down for me. All right. Take a breath. Take a breath. So what's going on, Miss Stevens?
Let me ask you, what do you think's going on?
I don't know.
I've been married for fucking 12 years.
Okay.
Last month and a half, I found out my wife's been talking on some dude. Am I allowed to get upset?
Man, if he almost did a good thing there, which would have been the cop is asking him what's going on here, and he says, well, what do you think is going on here? Which I think is a legally prudent thing to do. But then he immediately followed that up by telling the cop what's going on anyway, which I think just totally negated the good side of what he was doing there. Still no conclusions to draw yet.
Rightfully so.
I am.
Right,
Okay.
rightfully.
Y'all have a nice day.
No. Come here.
No,
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I need to figure out. I need to figure out if any crime has been committed.
No crimes have
Or-
been committed. Nothing.
How do I know that? Because I got people saying you ran out, started chasing somebody. I don't know if that's true or not. So I need to know the whole story.
All right. Now, I want to remind you all that we're not operating on just the 911 call at this point. Yes, someone did call. But also, if you remember, as soon as the officer got here, he found a kid outside crying and saying that there was some kind of incident that happened. So it's beyond just them getting a call at this point. He has at least a degree of corroborating evidence. So I think he would be within his authority to detain this guy to figure out what's going on. I'm assuming Waveland. Is this in Georgia, Billy? No, Mississippi. Duh. We were just talking about how terrible Mississippi was. And I believe Mississippi is a stop and ID state. So he probably can even demand this guy. His daughter's the one who called 911. So yeah, they have all the reasonable suspicion they need. A kid as in a teenager. But yeah, she said she was 15 or 16. So that's a kid to me. I think that they're here legally and they can investigate this.
Fuck you, nosy motherfuckers!
Hey, come here. Come here. Quit causing disturbance.
It's after 7 o'clock.
Okay, you're still causing a disturbance. You're disturbing the
Yeah,
people.
well, they disturbed me, calling the cops on y'all for what? Because me and my wife are arguing. We're all always. I need. Where's the cigarettes? Tell me where they are.
All right. So this guy obviously, I think, has some control issues. I don't want to say a mental problem or like a psychological problem, but yeah, he seems a little not all there, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Are you the daughter? You the daughter?
I'm the yes.
You the daughter?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need an ambulance?
I was like a dog to my wife.
Understand. Where's your wife at?
She's probably terrified in the fucking shower. I
She's in
don't
the
know.
bathroom right now. She's
She's getting ready for work. Gotta go to the slipper in 2 minutes.
Can someone
Okay.
please grab the dog?
Show me all the 66
Run my valets. I'm all good. I'm clean.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
In case you change your mind.
No, baby. Thank you.
Yeah, I think if you're a grown man who looks like this guy, especially, and you have a nose ring, it does say a lot about your personality. Not trying to stereotype, but come on now. I mean, we're seeing it in real time by how he's looking. So, acting. I mean.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens, for cooperating with us. All right.
It's your job, but
Okay.
I'm trying to do my job and be a husband, and y'all are impeding that.
But
right now.
look.
And
I'm not. Look.
I know
You don't let me talk. You don't let me talk. Okay. Look. So right now you're angry, which you have a right to be angry. Okay. Do
What's up, Electric?
you not? Okay.
Every right.
So I don't know what you're capable of. I don't know what you're going to do.
Not what my wife and kids.
I don't know that. So I want to make sure you're good mentally, okay, and emotionally. I don't want you to hurt your wife. Okay.
She was hurt. Well, honestly, if I still had my pistol, they'd be picking me up off the ground. Just be honest, because I've gotten.
Where's your pistol at?
I was told.
Man, he's just saying the dumbest shit you could possibly fucking say to a cop. If I had a pistol, you'd be picking me up off the ground. Like, come on, dude. You get Baker acted in Florida for doing some shit like that. This is not the kind of stuff that you want to be saying to a cop in a situation like this. Highly incriminating.
I was told it to get sold. My wife sold it.
Your wife sold it.
My
Okay.
wife sold it.
Well, we don't want to do any of that. Okay. All right. Ain't no man.
Y'all will
Look.
probably be back for me because I'm either gonna be on the tree. I'm done.
Ain't no man, ain't no woman worth going to prison over or hurting others.
I did 12
All right, man.
I did 12 on the 10. Prison doesn't faze me, bite me in the ass or anything.
I
I made
believe
my
you.
phone.
I
I'm
believe
an
you.
OG in the school system, so
What'd you go to prison for, Mr. Steven, if you don't mind me asking?
credit card fraud.
Credit card fraud? Okay.
Yeah.
14 cents.
All right. Well, we have a history of that kind of criminal activity. But again, I'm not the type of person to think that someone's criminal past is necessarily a characterization of who they are right now, today, standing in front of me. I'm sure that there are a lot of people that you would never even know had been to prison if they didn't tell you. And as my father, this is something you guys may not have known, but I grew up without a dad because he was in prison pretty much my whole life. I didn't even reconnect with my dad until I was like 18 or so. And, you know, he's been in and out of jails and prisons my whole life. So I know that I've met quite a few people who've been to prison because of that. And not all of them wear it like how this guy is wearing it right now. And kind of a lot of them, and I suspect that this guy's probably one of them, sort of wear their prison time as some kind of badge of honor. My dad did that. It was sort of his claim to fame, was that he'd been to prison. So I'm not saying that I'm judging his character by saying this, but I do think that it colors the type of person you are, especially depending on the crime that you were put in prison for. Everyone has things that they do wrong and bad. And we're all capable of growing and learning from that. So I try not to make it a big part of character assessments, but in a situation like this, I still think it's, you know, a fact worth noting is what I'll get at.
Copy, Mr. Video. 801 37 913.
Just right in my bedroom.
Can y'all see if I can get a cigarette?
They're in my bedroom. I do not allow them in my bedroom.
Well, I can't allow you to go in the bedroom.
All right.
All right.
So as soon as this is done,
Yeah.
is there any way to speed this up?
That's
Because I know my
what we're here
valve's
for.
about to come back. I'm good.
All right, so tell me from start to finish what happened.
I woke up. My wife gave me attitude. I left. I came back, gave her more attitude. We've been having attitude. Y'all showed up.
Okay.
What
was the attitude argument about?
Marriage.
Marriage.
Faithfulness, loyalty.
Correct.
The stuff that, you wearing a ring.
Nope,
married?
No, I'm not married.
You married. You know what I'm talking about. Loyalty, honesty.
What's the scratches from, if you don't mind me?
I have to agree, Eddie, that so far, everything that has happened seems lawful and cordial. Yeah, so I can't say anything bad about Joffrion so far, and I'm assuming that that's whose body camera we're watching right now. But I have no complaints thus far.
Yeah.
I was cutting myself last night.
Are you suicidal right now? Are you suicidal right now, though? Are you suicidal right now?
Suicidal? No, I'm more homicidal than anything.
You're homicidal right now.
I feel more.
Dude, what are you doing, bro? What are you saying? They're investigating a domestic disturbance and you're telling them that you're homicidal? That's the dumbest shit that you could possibly do right now. I mean, he's building the case for them. They don't even need to. Yeah, he maybe should be Baker acted. That's a good point, Atsamari. Yeah, you're right, Thomas. I'm suspecting that that's coming pretty soon as well. We'll see.
I could hurt somebody easier than I could hurt myself right now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But please don't get that the wrong way. I'm not going to look for
Okay.
Well, to be fair, Billy, and I get it, too late. This is Joffrion. He's not going to take it any other way. I mean, let's think about the full context here. I mean, you got a kid crying outside saying something about their stepdad having a knife and there being some kind of violent encounter. And then this guy's telling this cop, hey, I'm fully capable of killing people. I wouldn't just brush that under the rug either, you know? So yeah, I think it's too late just in general. You don't necessarily need the Joffrion part. It's just too late. You shouldn't say shit like that to cops, period.
I'm in my head, my mental illness.
So look, to protect me, my job, this officer, I'm gonna have to get AMR out here.
Please don't.
They're gonna have to ask you some questions. Okay.
Oh, please don't. Please, I'm good.
All right.
I swear to God, please.
Just-
I can't afford another bill. Please don't do this to me.
They're not gonna charge you anything if they come out here. You hear me? You hear me?
No, I'm not angry because all I hear is Bill, and because so much.
This guy's a fucking child, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired of I can't hold it in anymore. To my opinion of this guy is just it's seething out of me right now. He's acting like a fucking baby. I mean, this entire thing could have been resolved if he just didn't act like a child about this whole situation. Yeah, I agree, Eddie. I don't know if this is mental illness or if he's just acting like a fucking tit and being a crybaby. What's up, Oklahoma? Yeah, he's having a little baby temper tantrum. He needs that cigarette. That's right.
14 and 17 has.
Please stop. Can I walk?
I need you to sit down to be calm. Yeah, head this way.
I can't. I need my medicine.
What kind of medicine do you take?
Whatever. Xanax.
Xanax?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I can't allow you to. Does he have a prescription for Xanax?
I'm pretty sure it's prescribed, right?
Okay.
You know what? I don't care.
Them having to ask, it says a lot. Yeah, that super sticker is very appropriate, Craig. Very appropriate, considering the shit that he's saying right now. Thanks, dude.
Take me to jail.
No.
Fucking take me to jail, please. Just,
All right,
let's get this shit over.
Okay.
Wherever.
Come here. Come here. Put your hands behind your back.
Here, wait. Oh, no.
What
It's weed. It's weed.
Okay,
I'm giving you weed.
We'll get that hand.
Take me to jail.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to.
He had weed in his pocket that whole time, too, dude. He had to at least put the weed up, dude. At least put your weed somewhere in your house before you come out here to act like a child to the cops. I can't say enough bad things about how this guy is handling this whole situation right now. It's terrible.
Jail. You're welcome. I love you. Bring my son to visit me at least once, please. Since you want to be like this and call the cops. You called the cops.
It was Lillian. It was Lillian. She was scared for you. I was there when she was.
You called the cops on me, and you said you loved me. You lied. You fucking lied to me.
Hey, quit.
She lied to me.
Quit.
Man, I think them calling the cops on him might actually be an act of love, because it's clear that this man needs some fucking intervention in his life. Now, I don't think that going to jail is going to change this man's ways or anything like that, but yeah, I agree. Stop blaming someone else too. I mean, he created this entire situation. This is all his fault. And again, up to this point, I still don't have anything negative to say about how Joffrion is handling this interaction.
Why can't I talk? Why is everybody else?
Because you're yelling. You're yelling. You're yelling. You're going to jail for disturbance family peace, right?
See how much I know.
I bet that is a pretty surreal thing for you, dude. But yeah. Maybe you can fill us in a little more about some of his stuff as we go along.
My keys. My car keys.
Well, they didn't say that they're, to be fair, 33rd, they didn't say that they're taking him to jail just yet. So far, he's just been placed in handcuffs.
This bullshit. People arguing with cops.
I have
put
to.
my name on.
I have to.
Anthony Ray Cuevas. ID card only.
Negative 29, negative 4.
Yeah, boy, he's taking up the hotel.
14 Central.
Okay.
17. You can slow your response. Show me 10-15 with the mail.
Oh, did they say he was under arrest? Maybe I missed that. Either way, they have domestic dispute for sure because his daughter is the one who called 911 and they talked to her first. So there was an obvious corroboration there. And then also he just blatantly admitted to possession, and obviously he had weed in his pocket. So probably those two things if I had to guess, but I'm assuming that they're going to send him to some kind of inpatient facility, but we'll have to see.
I got it.
Huh? You can haul out the window, okay?
This is in Mississippi.
He's going to say goodbye to you, okay?
What?
He's going to say goodbye to you, okay? Say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Yeah. All right, don't exit the vehicle, just holler at him.
41 Central. I love you, Ray. I didn't mean for this. Mr. Cuevas is moving on.
No, you can't come.
You can go back inside since you want to call the cops on me.
Okay. All right.
That certainly colors this. Is he going to give her the weed back?
So what's going on?
I have a friend at work. They're not seeing each other. Nothing is happening. They're just friends. He doesn't believe me. Flat out. And I told him, you're not going to tell me who the fuck to talk to. I'm a 41-year-old woman. He cannot handle it. Cannot handle it. He thinks I'm sleeping with a guy. I am not God's honest truth. I am not.
Okay.
It's going to be westbound, mile marker 14, westbound, mile marker 14. I did call the...
I love how she's like turning this into an episode of Maury and telling him the whole deal. Like, you don't have to prove to this cop that you weren't cheating on your husband. That's between you and him.
Complain at back, they advise they're trying to get in touch with somebody.
Okay. And last night he grabbed me and he shoved me against the car and he had me on my face. I think there's a dent on the car actually.
Yeah, 33rd. He's not being arrested for disorderly. I know the cop did say that, but he already had enough to arrest him for plenty of other shit. So the domestic disturbance alone, he had, as soon as he got to the scene, he basically had enough to detain him for that. And after him making all these crazy ass statements that he made, I certainly think he had probable cause. So I don't think him talking shit in his front yard really had much to do with his detainment or arrest, whatever it is.
The passenger mirror?
The passenger mirror he knocked off yesterday because he was high.
Do you have any bruises or marks from that?
No, I don't have any. No.
Do you want to press charges on
I
him?
don't. I don't want to press charges on
Okay.
him. And I didn't call y'all. My daughter did.
Yeah.
He needs to fucking understand that. I didn't do this to him. I was in the fucking shower. He started acting stupid and he drove off and I got in the shower.
Is he on anything?
He went to my friend's house
Is he on
with a
anything?
giant fucking knife and threatened him.
Okay, is he on anything, or
Yeah, probably.
what do you think?
I don't know. He's been taking Demerol, Adderall, Klonopin, weed.
Good Lord, dude. Demerol, Adderall, and Klonopin all together is kind of insane. I mean, all those drugs basically do different things. Demerol is a very high power opiate. Adderall, obviously, I'm sure you all know that one, is a stimulant that can also be pretty powerful. And then Klonopin is a benzo, which is supposed to be a like a central nervous system suppressant. So, yeah, he's basically that's right, music, dude. This guy's a walking chemistry experiment at this point. No wonder he's acting fucking crazy. I mean, with a drug cocktail like that, your body probably doesn't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, God, the withdrawal on that is going to be terrible too, especially if he's doing that for a considerable amount of time. Imagine going through an opiate, a benzo, and an amphetamine withdrawal all at the same time. And bear in mind that benzo withdrawals can actually kill you. They can be very deadly. So Man, yeah. No wonder this guy's acting crazy.
Alcohol.
And
No,
alcohol.
he's getting it from people he knows that I don't know.
Well, look, I didn't want to have to take him to jail.
I don't
but,
want you
but,
to
but,
either.
but since he's acting the way he is, he seems like he's homicidal.
Yep.
That's why he's going to jail.
Okay.
All right, for the marijuana, disturbing family peace, take him in.
Can you just tell him that I love him? And that I forgive him and I don't hate him. Just tell him that I don't hate him.
Okay.
It's, the thing about it is like, I have some personal experience with this where, I told you that my dad went to prison for most of my life. He was obviously on the wrong side of the law. Well, so was all of his brothers and sisters. That whole side of my family, we're all just a bunch of people who were either addicted to drugs or addicted to alcohol or addicted to going to jail for one reason or another. And I've seen firsthand the sort of like Stockholm syndrome that people around the loved ones of the addict tend to have, like where they're gonna love them no matter what. There's just no degree of like betrayal that would warrant them cutting this guy out of his life. So yeah, I've seen this a lot, and it's not uncommon. People tend to get embedded with people that they don't like or that they shouldn't like, but because they have this familial obligation, it creates this like Stockholm syndrome situation. So I don't want to point out, I don't want to fault this, especially considering she's like 16. It's not good to think that she's doing something wrong by saying that. She just loves her stepdad. And in the moment, calling the cops was what she felt was the right thing to do. So
You got your license with you?
Me? Oh, yeah, it's in my bag. Go take care of your dog. She's losing her shit. I got this. You can't go see him. My friend called the cops too because he showed up at his apartment with a big old knife.
14, such a deal.
Did you find the big old knife?
Where
the fuck is that knife? I don't know.
Hey, you got a pen and paper or something you can write a case number down on?
17.
Huh? He's what?
Thank you, Val. Sit back down. Sit back down. Ask me nicely, please. Please sit down. All you got to do is ask nice.
Okay, but when I tell you do something, you do it.
Well, let me talk to my wife.
No,
Why can't I talk to my wife?
Because
that's my lead.
She's scared of you.
She's scared of me?
Yeah.
You're scared of me. You're scared.
Hey.
Call my mom so she can bail me out, please.
Don't.
The classic. We need to have a criminal bingo. The call my mom is one of the lines that criminals always tend to say in these types of interactions. Hey, call my mom. Classic.
Be hitting my window. Don't be hitting that thing. All right?
Hey, can we please go? Because this is quite uncomfortable. And
do you need to see an ambulance?
Yes, I do.
All
Give me an ambulance. At least then they'll treat me correctly.
I will. All right.
Hurry up.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
I said please.
Okay. Hey, let me get him out of here. Get is your oldest daughter? She's the one I called.
No, my youngest daughter. She's 16. This is my oldest. She's 22.
When he was at friend's house, he was saying something about
Station level 14.
He claims it. I have no idea.
10-4 AMR, come out.
Get her information.
That was funny. He's got an itch on his hand, and it's because he needs an ID in it. That's hilarious, Billy.
Come out.
Get her information. Explain it. Are you the one I called?
Station level 14.
Who called for
Lillian.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah, get her.
10-4, be advised, we have AMR on fire, lots of 606 Denzel Street, 606 Denzel Street, from the apartment 606. Cops can be booked her for 72-year-old female that's hurt in her back and her chest.
So I have someone to bail me out, or y'all gonna call me on no bond?
They will do that once you get down to the jail. They'll get it for you. Man, what have you taken? Yeah, what have you taken?
that she gave me.
What is that?
Ten four is gonna be same subject.
Well, I need you to chill out. You will get more charges on you.
What now? Because I have freedom of argument, orderly conduct, because I'm not trying to be rude, sir. I'm not. I'm trying to.
I ain't gonna stick this. I ain't gonna stick. Disturbing the family peace.
But that's my family. How am I disturbing?
Dude, you sitting here yelling across the, look, you're sitting here yelling across the yard. That's disturbing the peace. You can't do that, bro.
I didn't know it. 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
No, that's noise ordinance.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. Eddie. This happened 2 months after Jeff Gray. I wonder what made him so hostile towards Jeff Gray then, because like honestly, he was pretty reasonable throughout this interaction. And we're not done yet, but I mean, so far he's been very reasonable. I don't know why he was so upset with Jeff. He must have just been having a shitty day that day. Or maybe not. I mean, I'm sure there's more body camera footage that Billy has that says a lot more about Joffrion than this particular interaction. This is pretty straightforward. It's hard to be an enemy when you're dealing with what's this fucking guy's name again? The guy who got arrested, whatever his name is. It's hard to look like a bad guy when you're dealing with somebody like that, you know?
But if you're doing that, especially in the presence of us, you're causing disturbance.
Steve is his name.
I don't even know if I'm going to charge you with the weed or not.
I have to get bowling out.
Look, man, like I said, don't tell me how to do my job. All right?
I'm not trying to say. I'm asking questions. I'm sorry.
We'll get there when we get there. I have certain precautions that I have to take so I don't get fired. You have to understand that.
Laugh track is so appropriate. That's funny. Steven Ladner. All right. Got it.
So are you homicidal? That's not what you just said a few minutes ago. Are you suicidal?
34 Central traffic too congested.
So let me ask you this. Do you love your kids?
Hold on. Who's that? Let me see. What are you saying there, traveling? Is this even popping up over here? See, this is annoying. Like, sometimes the comments that are actually in the chat don't pop up in the feed to where I can actually showcase them. That's really annoying. But I will say traveling said something to the effect, oh yeah, I just started watching this particular channel a few weeks ago. Can you please stop saying a camera in their face in any situation? Please, John, quit saying that. No, dude, I'm going to say whatever the fuck comes to my mind. You know, this is not the channel where I'm like going to deliberate about what I say and how I say it. This is just, it's off the cuff shit. If you don't want to hear that, don't fucking watch, dude. I mean, I'm just going to say what I say on here. And that's that. Okay? Yeah, don't get butthurt about it. And if you are, then don't watch it. You don't have to. No one's forcing you to. MW, the answer is obvious. He rubbed one out before this incident. Maybe that is why he's so calm. You never know. Thank you for the $5, MW. But that would explain a lot, wouldn't it? And no worries, traveling. I'm not getting upset about it. I'm just saying that you can't come here and expect me to change how I'm talking. I mean, you don't have to be here, you know?
Then why are you willing to do some kind of stupid shit like this?
Wait, he said there's certain things I have to do or I'll lose my job because this happened 2 months ago after Jeff Gray. The police department got extra training after the Jeff Gray thing. Well, maybe that is why he's being so calm, is because this happened after Jeff Gray, and he learned his lesson. You know? That could be part of it.
You're man enough to come after my wife. You should be man enough to take a fucking ass.
What kind of messages did you read?
I don't know if they're a message. That's not my
So how do you know that?
I think we'll take it back and once you show me.
No, no.
Once you show me when she has deleted.
If you're not gonna help me out, I'm not gonna ask you any more questions, man.
I'm trying the best I can, but look at the situation I'm in. I'm locked up over arguing with my wife.
Because how you was acting.
The thing about it is this guy, Steven, is trying to characterize this like he just said. I'm locked up for having an argument with my wife. But really, he's actually locked up because he told the cop that he felt homicidal in the middle of a domestic dispute. If he had navigated this situation with a little more maturity, I doubt he would be going to jail right now. There probably would have been a peaceful resolution to this. Now, don't get me wrong. I also bet that the cops would have been out there again later, even if they hadn't arrested him now. Yeah, he's done more than enough to be arrested beyond just arguing with his wife.
I'm not married, man.
You're not married?
No, I'm not married. But I can tell you what, personal experience, I've had people cheat on me that I love very dearly. And guess what?
I think you're married for over 10
Yeah.
years. Don't talk to me about it. You've been married over 10 years, sir? 8 years. 8 years? You're coming up on it.
So, but that still doesn't justify acting, yelling and hollering in the neighborhood.
It doesn't justify yelling.
Causing a disturbance in the
My
neighborhood.
wife sleeping on another man's dick is not reason to yell. My fault, dude. I should have been
Joffrion seems caught up on this whole yelling aspect of it, which honestly was probably the weakest part that he could focus on in terms of enforcing the law. I think mainly just the domestic disturbance and the marijuana possession are what he should be focusing on.
Because let me ask you this: if I walk away today, leave you at that residence, you get a hold of a weapon, you kill your wife.
Central 1443.
Valid concern.
As soon as I get a bail bond, to come get me, I'm packing my shit, I'm walking away. Y'all can stand here while I do it. But once you call the cops on me, I am done.
Update is going to be the 13th, just before the office.
What? I'm waiting to get on AMR. You requested them.
And I just said, I'm done.
I can't tell them not to come because you told me specifically you wanted them, so I'm waiting on them.
My tackle.
I can't let you out the vehicle, man. I'll loosen them once they get here. 14. So if you got ETA on AMR. Hey.
I'm sorry, I'm hurried. You've had such a
You yelling and twisting isn't helping the situation. Just chill out.
I can't. What part of I have an anxiety attack. Don't you understand?
That's why I got AMR now.
Mike Finishare needs to do a better job than brother.
Who's Mike Finishare?
Pendergrass, my fault.
Pendergrass.
Yeah. Whoever is the fucking chief over there is now.
He needs to do a better job at what? He needs to do a better job at what?
Compassion.
Well, having anxiety attacks and mental issues.
Compassion. Isn't it rich that this guy is saying that someone should have compassion? That's annoying. And also, I don't think this guy's having a fucking anxiety attack. He's having a crybaby attack. He's having a oh no, I have to deal with the consequences of my actions attack. You know, he's having a fucking I have adult responsibilities attack. So I don't blame him for not taking him seriously. And it's not like you can die from a fucking anxiety attack anyway. So there's no emergency happening here. They're being as compassionate as they can in this situation. I mean, they're sitting here waiting for the ambulance. So The woe is me attack, right?
I don't know if you have a mental issue.
Billy. He's dealing with having to pay for that smoke and not getting to smoke any of it. That's funny. Yeah. I imagine that would piss anybody off.
You told me that you wasn't mental.
In my head, my mental illness.
You told me that.
He didn't say he's not mental. This guy's definitely fucking mental. He's just not having an anxiety attack right now. He's just being a crybaby. Yeah, an anxiety attack can't. You're right, Meech. It can feel like a heart attack. I have anxiety. I take benzos as needed. I have a prescription for them, so I understand what that's like and what it feels like to have an anxiety attack. And granted, it's very different for everyone because it's a neural thing, a cognitive thing that's going to manifest differently for different people. But I've seen enough of these attacks to think that this guy probably isn't suffering from one. Yeah. I have a prescription. That's what everyone who does drugs says.
14 Central. Cancel AMR. Show me around to Hancock County lockup.
It is true that the testimony of Alligator and the Byron thought to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You don't need to explain anything to me because I really don't care.
And you're a supervisor at the Waveland Police Department.
Absolutely.
How can you perform your job as a sergeant and supervisor at Waveland Police Department if you don't know the policy?
This isn't some free will statement.
I don't know. You tell me.
Don't be reaching for anything.
Who says, I don't know, you tell me in the middle of a deposition? This is wild behavior.
You think about that?
You say Mississippi isn't some free will state. What is a free will state?
I have no idea.
So is this recording you plan to put this on the internet or something?
I'm not sure.
I have no idea. I'm not sure. It's been so long
I'm not sure. I can't recall off the top of my head. I don't know. I'm not in those shoes right now. I'll have to think on that. You're asking the same thing. You know, I'll rephrase it. I'm not getting what you're saying. I have to break it down for me. I did not make any mistakes. I'm not even sure. I can remember what happened yesterday.
Oh yeah.
He can't even remember what happened yesterday. You see his attorney's face when he said that?
You know, I'll rephrase it. I'm not getting what you're saying. I have to break it down for me. I did not make any mistakes. I'm not even sure. I can remember what happened yesterday.
He's like, what the fuck? Yeah, he's glad he's being paid for this right now, for sure. He's like, holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell me how to do my job. So are you lying to me or you done?
I don't have options.
Okay. Don't be reaching me first.
Okay.
Put your hands behind your back. 14 Central. She's running 235 on foot. Get tagged.
What is you?
Get on foot. Put your hands behind your back.
Why you approach Mr. Gray, who's standing there holding a sign, and accused him of vagrancy.
How did I accuse him of it?
You got your ID on you?
What for?
Vagrancy.
So what is the crime of vagrancy?
I can't say it verbatim.
What is the crime of vagrancy?
I can't answer that right now. On top of my head.
You had any continuing education courses on the First and Fourth Amendment?
I can't say.
Let's go.
Man, dude, maybe we should watch that deposition, man, because this edit is really, first of all, shout out to Billy for putting that together because it's really good. And goodness, I can't imagine. Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, the whole, I'm sure that just to add some characterization to this, I'm sure that, 30 minutes into that deposition, his lawyer was just like, fuck. What do I even do with this now? Like, dude, this guy's so terrible. Like, I'd probably given up halfway if I were him too.
I don't have time to argue with you. Taking up my time.
Well, we need to watch the video.
If you want to watch it, you can on that.
Yeah, I think you've been arrested. Quit asking that.
If you want to watch it, you can. Oh my God. That has to be the first deposition he's ever been through.
Do we need to play this again?
Sir, I'm standing on a public sidewalk engaged in constitutional protected activity.
Correct. But I'm letting you know you can go to jail and no fucking matter.
What are
Oh my goodness, dude.
the Waveland Police Department policies and interactions with the public when they are engaged in deceptive conduct?
You have to get with them for that.
Look at me. You have one chance to straighten your attitude before I stick more charges on you. Chill out, quiet.
Yeah. So obviously there's a lot of body camera footage that Billy has that probably warrants looking at beyond the interaction we just saw, because I don't have much bad things to say about how Joffrion handled the interaction we watched, but seeing these body camera clips seems like there's a lot to be said about this.
Who would know the policies of the city of Waveland or the Waveland Police Department with regarding to persons engaged in deceptive conduct?
How you know the motherfucker?
Hey, come here. Come here.
Eddie, since you've been such a valuable asset to this chat, I'd be happy to answer any questions like this that you have, man. But bear in mind, maybe I should throw up the fucking banner. Where is it? There we go. So the question is, can someone clear this up? If you show your ID, you surrender your Fourth Amendment. No, that's not really how it works. I mean, to some degree, you are surrendering your Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. It's not really a surrendering because, like, just giving your ID is not a license to violate the rest of your Fourth Amendment. Your Fourth Amendment is not, it doesn't only apply to whether or not you have to surrender your ID in a police interaction. So even if you're in a situation where you're lawfully obligated to present your ID to a cop, that doesn't mean that the other protections against unlawful detainments, against all the other things that the Fourth Amendment protects is no longer valid. So even when you are legally obligated to show your ID, you still have your Fourth Amendment intact, and it still applies to every other aspect of the interaction outside of that.
Quit causing disturbance.
It's after 7 o'clock.
Okay, you're still causing disturbance. No, that's noise ordinance. But if you're doing that, especially in the presence of us, you're causing disturbance.
I don't recall it being honest with you. I don't recall.
You guys are idiots, man.
Okay, that's your opinion.
So why are we here? Well, we're here because I've been doing requests with the Waveland Police Department for Joseph Joffrion's body cam.
Yo, first of all, who doesn't love Billy's good old Southern Appalachian style dialect that he has? I know I have a Southern drawl, but Billy's got the full swing, and I love it, dude. You have a great voice. I wish you would feature your own voice on your channel more. It's good.
Just getting a bunch of samples of his body cam so we can really look at his character as if Jeff Gray hadn't already exposed him for being a complete liar. How many people are serving time in prison right now because of this lying ass cop? Well, we're going to find out, but it's going to take a lot of time. We've been working at this for over a month now, and we're going to continue to do it. So this is the body cam. Let me turn this down so you don't have to hear all that. This is the last one I'm looking at. So we got 6 segments of body cam on this run. And on the last one, we got just a couple cases.
Yo, so this is the part of Billy's work that I feel like not a lot of people really get to see. Imagine how much time, effort, and money, and I know, I'm just trying to get you to imagine it. But how much time, effort, and money that Billy puts into this. I mean, we were talking last night, and he was telling me that he was about to pay hundreds of dollars for this dump of body camera footage that he got, and he went there and picked it up and got it for free ultimately, which was really fucking cool. But the point is that he pours a lot of money into this, not $700 just this week, you know? And I know that he's not making a ton of money back out of it because he's shadow banned on YouTube, which is a tragedy. But I just want you, I can't say enough things about his work ethic. And you can tell that this is more than just, it's more than just about making videos for him. Billy really wants to do something meaningful and expose bad cops. And I think that he does one of the best jobs at that on YouTube.
They didn't send me everything that I requested, so I filed an ethics complaint. They did it again on the second batch that I just got, so I filed another ethics complaint.
See that, dude?
And we're going
look, I'll say this. Most people in this space, is if they would have filed a FOIA request and gotten told no, that would have been the end of it. But Billy, he don't stop at no. He goes and files the ethics complaint. He goes to the next available chain of authority, and 99% of the time he gets what he's wanting. So, you know, it's not just about doing the request. He also like he's saying right now, he calls them. He's persistent. He doesn't give up, and they eventually give him what he wants. And that is something that most people in this space are not doing.
I'm going to keep doing this over and over and over until they start complying, because I was supposed to get all the body cam that I requested, which was all of these on this second run. But 2 cases were left out with no explanation, no exemption, or any of that. The only ones that I received were these, but I also requested other officers, as you can see here, along with Joffrion, so we can see Joffrion in the body cam. That was the point of that. And some of these incidents start before Joffrion arrives on scene. So that was another critical point, but I didn't get any of these. Only thing I got was Joffrion in only a few of the cases. It seems like they're filtering out things that will show him violating federal laws, civil rights, acting crazy, saying stupid shit. Don't get me wrong. Some of this body cam that you're going to end up seeing is like that. He's unhinged, and he shouldn't be a cop. And it's why we're here. It's why we're looking into him. It's why we're doing this extended investigation. Getting we can only get his body cam in Mississippi. You can't get personnel files of cops, unfortunately. So we're just going to keep on working. And you may say, well, how do I know what body cam to get? Well, I got this list. Yeah, this is the one I was using because, well, I'm still using.
See what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? Just imagine going through this list and highlighting, these are the body cameras I'm interested in, figuring out, you know, using context clues and your experience to figure out, you know, this one probably would be a good one. This one would probably be a good one. And then following that up with filing the request specifically for this, because what a lot of you may not realize about filing public records requests is oftentimes you have to file a request for information to be able to file a request for what you actually want. So a lot of times you'll have a body cam that, you know, you have no idea who's involved, or you may know about an interaction, but you don't know when it happened or what officers were on the scene. And then you have to go and file a FOIA request to, you know, cast a broad net, sort of narrow it down. And then you got a better idea of maybe when it happened. So you can do a narrower request for more specific timeframes until you eventually arrive at getting the footage that you want, which could take months. And yeah, CAD sheets often have the best clues, and it'll lead you in a good direction, but it still requires all this manpower of going through and figuring it out and experience. So again, I can't say enough good things about Billy's dedication here, man. He just does it like no one else.
All the ones that are highlighted are the cases that I've requested so far. We'll go ahead and turn this page while we're here. If you want to see some of these requests, I don't think I've published this list anywhere. So that's that. And we just filed our second ethics complaint. Actually, my third ethics complaint. 2 times on the Waveland Police Department. And I forget the other one, but it was another one that I filed a complaint on. It's a record request from a few years ago. But that's where we are. Go ahead and hit OK to save that. That's where we are on all of this. I just want to let you guys know, because I've been telling you that I've been getting body cam, and I have been. But as you can see, they are filtering and circumventing the open records request to not give me the body cam that will implicate Joffrion in wrongdoing. And I believe that. I don't know that to be true, 100% true, but since they just not giving me the body cam and they're not telling me why, I can only assume that it's because there's some things there they don't want the public to see.
And I trust Billy's intuition there, because he's dealt with this enough times to know when they're fucking with him, for sure.
As if Jeff Gray's 2-hour deposition of that fool wasn't enough. But we're going to continue on, because I want to see all of the people that he's arrested over the next couple of years and dig into some of that and just see the reasons why he arrests people. Until the next video, peace and love. This is Billy signing out.
Shout out to Billy Bloom, the one, the only. That was his first installment of covering body camera stuff related to Joffrion. And as far as I can see on his page anyway, that's the only one so far right here. So I'm sure there'll be a part 2 coming at some point in the future. And go subscribe to his channel if you're not already, because like I said before, I can't say enough good things about how he handles it, about how he does this. But as far as that interaction goes, I mean, I think everything that happened there was pretty lawful. And, you know, I have some qualms, you know, when Joffrion opened that door just to say, don't tell me how to do my job. Like, bro, get over that dumb shit. I mean, look at the caliber of person that you're dealing with in Steven. All right. If you're going to let a guy like that get to you, I mean, you're not in a good position to be a police officer. So, you know, don't have anything good to say about about that. But beyond just that one, you know, unprofessional statement is how I would characterize it. It seemed like everything else in that interaction was pretty lawful, and that guy definitely did deserve to go to jail. So there you go, Eddie. I didn't defend him. I would have if I thought it was warranted, but you're right, Eddie. That guy's a piece of shit. And seems like he does need to be in jail. I don't like that Steven guy. I think he's a crybaby and a little tit. But and I'm not, again, nothing I say should be construed as necessarily promoting Joffrion as a good police officer, but I can't say anything negative about that particular interaction. Seems like it was pretty lawful and a warranted interaction. Yeah, that's fair, Eddie. I mean, look, around here, we call them like we see them. If someone deserves to go to jail, that's what we're going to say. You know, that's probably what my opinion will be. But if they don't, then they don't. You know, in this case, he did. He deserved it. And it was entertaining. Yeah. Maybe he had a fluke arrest. You never know, KP. I mean, I'm sure once Billy, or if I, one of us digs into the other body camera from Joffrion, we'll be able to find some stuff. But we'll just have to see. You have Phoenix Wright keys. I don't know what that means. Steven is an example of why we banned lead paint. That's funny. Oh, Phoenix Wright keys. I do have another interaction that is not a Shields of Shame video. This was sent to me by someone via email. Oh, it's the game where you play as a lawyer? Oh, if you want to send me a key to that, I'll play it for sure. I've been wanting to try that game. I've had quite a few people over the years ask me to try it out, so. Yeah, it's hard to defend Steven. I do have this other interaction that's on Body Camera Files' channel. Let's see. It doesn't say anything about this interaction in the description, but someone sent this to me and asked me to take a look at it. Now, I don't know if you got, I'm assuming, I think that I gathered some context clues from the email that was sent. Here you go. I'll type the email in the chat, Biospark. Copy and paste it, by the way. I was sent this through email, and I gathered from what the person was saying that they had a sense that the people in this video, or people were celebrating the cops' actions in this video when that wasn't the case, or that wasn't what should have happened. Kind of like the Southern Cops video we watched the other day from Blue Line Body Cam's channel. I did watch a little bit of this, but that was like last week sometime, so I barely remember anything about this. I don't know where it's from. It looks like Florida, judging based on the scenery here and the fact that these guys are wearing green. They're probably either in Florida or they're, some kind of sheriff's office maybe. Why do I think this is in Florida? Something is making me think this is in Florida, but I could be wrong. Anyway, let's just get into it, see what happens.
On June 18th, 2024, police are called about a 19-year-old that was allegedly shooting a pellet gun at his neighbor's dog. They'll be surprised by what happens next.
Hey, just stay right there for me.
Yeah, I'll stay right here.
Dude, first of all, I'm going to ask you to calm down. Because if you're getting hot and bothered, listen to me.
I'm listening to you.
You getting hot and bothered walking up me with that attitude, that ain't gonna get you. That ain't gonna get you. Listen to me. That ain't gonna get you nothing but trouble. I'm telling you.
Dude. Oh, the volume is low? I don't have a way to change that, unfortunately. But dude, he literally said, "Okay, I'll stand right here." How's that an attitude? Yeah, what attitude was there? I didn't hear any attitude. Dude, he said, "Stand right there," and the dude said, "Okay, I'll stand right here." And the cop is just immediately like, "Hey, if you're gonna have an attitude, blah 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 blah." Come on, bro.
You got your driver's license with you? You got your ID? Stay right here for me.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You got your ID with you?
Yes, I have my ID, and you know exactly who I am. You're trying to get me arrested.
Dude, if I were to put you in jail, you'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you keep telling my brother things?
If I wanted to put you in jail, you'd be in jail. Just saying that as if he can arrest anybody for any fucking thing. I hate it when cops say that. And that maybe that's something that should be on the bingo card. Yeah, for what? For what would you put him in jail with you arriving on the scene and having talked to no one? Having no idea probably what's going on.
man.
Listen, dude, I'm going to tell you what I told your brother. Is I've got 4 or 5 neighbors on the street saying that they saw you shooting that dog with a pellet gun.
Saw me shoot the
Time out, Chief. Time out. First of all, you shooting that dog with a pellet gun is actually animal cruelty, which is a felony. Okay.
Where's your proof?
Dude, I can come over here and investigate a crime. That's what I'm doing.
Where's your proof?
I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
Yeah, he's not saying his proof because he doesn't have any. All he has is some pissed off neighbors right now. But granted, again, I'll say, just like in the last video, enough people reporting the same thing can be reasonable suspicion. So if he really does have 4 or 5 different neighbors who are all reporting the same potentially criminal behavior, he probably would have reasonable suspicion to investigate it. But I think he's going to need some evidence. Like if there is a claim that a dog has been being shot with a BB gun, then surely there's a dog with a BB gun wound or a BB gun or something to that effect, you know, that would bolster these claims.
I'm not going to sit and argue with you, but if you want to start...
And again, it's reasonable suspicion that he would have, not necessarily probable cause.
Fight with the neighbors, then I will put you in jail.
Start a fight?
Dude, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around.
Whoa, wildly uncalled for. I mean, the dude just yelled. That's not illegal. There's no reason to pull your taser out on this guy or even put him in handcuffs at this point. This is uncalled for.
Turn around. Dude, if you don't relax.
Am I getting arrested here, man?
If you don't relax.
You are arresting me here. All right.
Put your hands behind your back.
Man, what the fuck?
Listen to me.
Slick bitch.
You better be relaxing, dude. Don't stand behind me. Don't stand behind me. You better relax.
Man. Well. Get the fucking cuffs on me, all that.
Hey, actually, I don't mind this guy's attitude right now.
And
to be fair, I think that the cop was really the escalator here. I mean, everything that this guy has done so far has been a reaction to the cop way overreacting. So
now I got a job, I got car payments, I ain't done shit. I try and take care of my brothers, I try and help my mom.
Dude,
and you're arresting me for nothing.
You don't relax. You're not arrested being detained. Understand that?
I literally got fucking hit.
Relax.
I got fucking hit, and you're arresting me.
Relax.
You're arresting me for getting hit.
You're being detained. Relax. You're not arrested being detained.
Fuck ass nigga, man. Man, shut your bitch ass up, man.
Relax.
Shut your fuck ass up, man.
Spread legs for me.
I got a respect for cops.
Spread the legs.
You're
Spread
a
legs.
piece of shit, man.
What you got right there?
That's my phone. I got a phone, I got keys, and I got a wallet. You need anything else?
Dude, relax, man. What is your problem?
I'm sick of you.
What is your problem, dude? Relax.
now he's the one, dude. Like I said before, just a second ago, everything that this guy, the guy who this cop is contacting, has done so far has been a reaction to how the officer is acting. So it's just rich that he's telling him to calm down right now.
Relax, dude.
Relax.
Man, you ain't even
relax.
You ain't even
I'm about to pepper.
Thank you, Atsumari. Yeah, I am the law. It does seem like that's how this cop is thinking right now. Because he said that as soon as he got there, I could arrest you right now if I wanted to. If I wanted you to be arrested, you'd be arrested. Yeah, this is real Polk County behavior right now, Billy.
Spray you.
You
What's up,
relax,
peeps?
baby. You about all hours. Have your power trip.
I'm gonna tell you one more time to relax. I'm gonna pepper spray you.
I'm literally relaxed.
You relax. I'm gonna pepper spray you.
Literally relaxed.
I mean, dude, how much more relaxed can you be? How much more relaxed can you be? He's not doing anything.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm standing here, not moving.
8:30,
and you're the one tightening my fucking cuff, threatening to pepper spray me, threatening to taser me, even though I'm the one that got pushed. I'm the one who got hit. I'm the one who called the cops. But thank you, man. You're a real good cop, man.
Got one who's a little 1080s and a pair of handcuffs.
Can I call my job? Because I got work today, and I got to call out.
10-4, I got one detained right now. Slightly 10-8.
Slightly 10-8, my fucking ass. Fuck ass pussy. Bald ass bitch.
Oh, just give you a heads up.
Heads up for what?
Everything's being recorded. You think, what, you got anything to poke and stick me, anything like that?
No, sir. I ain't got nothing. To my knowledge. I shouldn't have.
I love how they invoke the everything's being recorded only in retaliation. You know, you never hear a cop say everything's being recorded as a means for accountability. They always say everything's being recorded, so you need to watch how you're behaving, not how I'm behaving. You know?
Right here?
That might be a knife. I don't know. Sometimes that one. Is it? Yeah, that's my knife. My bad.
Anything else?
I got a phone or something.
What do you got right here?
My keys right here on my left.
What's in there?
I'm not sure. You can check. Oh, lighter. And I got keys right here.
Nothing going to poke me, stick me, cut me, anything like that?
Shouldn't be. All right. Again, now that we're calm, can I please call my job?
Yep, give me a second.
Am I being detained? Am I being arrested?
You are being detained.
What do you mean by detained?
Right now, you're not under arrest. You're being detained for resisting without violence. Have you a seat for me, please?
Wow. Being detained for resisting without violence. Interesting. Because I didn't see a single moment of resistance without violence or with violence. I mean, there was just this was categorically no resistance whatsoever. I mean, like, he did everything the cop asked him to, exactly how he asked him to do it. I don't know if this constitutes resisting. What doesn't constitute resisting? How compliant do you have to fucking be before you're not considered to be resisting? It's mind-boggling how he could say that with, I mean, obviously, if this guy gets an attorney at all, he's going to crush this and could very well be a Fourth Amendment violation, depending on the rest of the context here. We don't know if what the cops said about the neighbors is actually true or not, is what I'm getting at.
Yep. What violence did I show?
Sir?
What violence did I show? What act of aggressive
Resisting without violence? Because I told you 3-4 times to calm down and you come at me, threw your hands up. That's resisting without violence.
This cop has no idea what constitutes resisting without violence. And yeah, this is almost certainly in Florida because they're one of the few states that have that statutory distinction between arresting with or without, or resisting with or without violence. So I'm almost positive this is in Florida. But yeah, throwing your hands up and being like, what, or anything. He's just saying that literally any movement that he doesn't like is resisting without violence. I think, yeah, this is going to be a real good lawsuit now. And the funny thing is that if the cop had just conducted an investigation and found a dog with a fucking BB in it, he would have had more than enough to arrest this guy. He wouldn't have had to go the unlawful route about it.
That's between you and your attorney.
Attorney? Why do I need an attorney? Man.
Right now you're being detained. You understand that?
You're turning this into something it don't need to be, man.
All right. Just relax, woman.
You're turning this into
Don't eat MREs. Put your foot in for me.
Shut your dumb ass up.
Why does this cop have an MRE? Why does he have an MRE? Who eats those for fun? What the fuck, dude? Go to McDonald's. Pack your lunch. An MRE, my man, you're not in the military. You're not out in the field. Yeah, he is a military LARPer, dude. I'm getting that vibe. An MRE is a meal ready to eat. It is like the ration of food that is issued to you in the military. And they're not good. And the way that you cook them makes them taste terrible too, because most of the time you have to use this chemical reaction. You pour water into it, it heats up this pack of chemicals, and then it heats up the food. It's like it's terrible, honestly. They're not good. I don't know why you would choose to eat that, especially as a cop, when you got all this free time to go get yourself food whenever, basically.
Dude, put your leg in. Now you're under arrest.
Why?
Put your leg in
Why
there.
the fuck am I under arrest?
Put your leg in there, dude.
Pussy ass nigga, bro.
Put your leg in there.
I'm in there.
Do it one more time.
I'm
I will
in
spray
here.
you. You understand
Why
me?
are you having a
One more
power
time and I will spray you.
This cop is literally unhinged. I mean, dude, he's in the back of the car with handcuffs on. There's no situation where you would need to use pepper spray right now. And trying to, I mean, this is clear just retaliatory escalation. This dude has just had a bone to pick with this guy this entire time. The cop's being a total fucking asshole right here.
Oh my god, bro.
Relax.
Bro, like I can't believe it.
Kick it again. See if I won't spray you. Kick that door one more time. Kick that door one more time. Kick it one more time and I'm going to spray you. You understand me?
He's just goading a response at this point. He's doing his best to draw out a reason for him to use this fucking pepper spray. It's just blatant escalation.
Yeah, before I got him kicking, I'm not about to administer pepper spray. Kick it one more time. Kick it one more time.
Dude, he's in your car. The car is designed to detain people inside of it. It's okay if people kick shit around in there. That's the whole back seat has bars. It's a car that is designed to help host people who don't want to be inside of it. Okay? It's okay if they kick a thing or two in there. You don't have to pepper spray them over it. And I would even argue that pepper spraying someone who inside of a closed space while they have their hands handcuffed behind their back is an act of torture.
Time, dude. My best advice, you might want to calm down. Can I?
May I please
That's
call
funny.
my job? May I please call my job?
That's simple.
May I please call my job?
He has his door open. We can almost see the polk on the other side. I almost guarantee you it says polk on this door.
What am I getting arrested for?
Hey, can you write a witness statement?
Yeah. Oh my God! Of all people, you asked to write a witness statement. You're gonna ask the one that's gonna kill me. No! No!
Columbia County. Is that in Florida? That's in Georgia. Let's see if Florida has a Columbia County. Oh, no, Florida does have a Columbia County. Let's see where that's at. Oh, it's right on the border of... it's right on the border of Georgia. It's right on the border of Georgia and Florida. Sorry. Yeah, I think it is Florida. There is a Columbia County right near Lake City, just over the border of Georgia and Florida.
My God!
So I'm in the office. Apparently a neighbor called and said that they were fighting. So I get out of here. He's going in his house. He's coming in the house. Well, he sees me pulls up. Him and this guy come running at me. He comes running up the car, flinging his hands up to put his arms down, all that. He gets hostile. Says he's been shooting dogs with pellet guns.
Wow, that cop just totally made up everything that happened there. I mean, he said they came running out at him. That never happened. He said that both of them came out as if they were like trying to charge him, but they actually came out one at a time. We couldn't see this on camera, but at no point did the guy like throw his hands in frustration or do anything that would suggest that he's not willing to comply with what this officer is saying. That was just he just completely fabricated almost every element of what he just described there.
Yeah. So he accused me of shooting pellet. I said, dude, I got 4 or 5 people, witnesses that you shooting dog with pellet guns. But I haven't come out to. So apparently, that's when he become 10-8, threw his hands up and all that. And that's where we're at.
Pepper spray?
No.
Not yet?
No. I told him he kicks that door one time, he's going to get sprayed. This is the supervisor one you can talk to.
Sean was charged with resisting an officer without violence as well as disorderly intoxication. His cash bond was set at $2,000.
I find it pretty interesting that they didn't include more body camera footage there. That was the end of the body camera footage for that interaction from this channel. And I think we probably know why. I'm sure it only got worse from there. And the reasoning that was discussed amongst the officers was probably absolutely insane. And I highly doubt that if you would have watched more of that footage, that you would have any confidence in this guy being arrested. I'm curious about what the comments say, actually. Let's go back to that and check it out. Hold on. All right, let's see here. People who show cruelty to animals always end up hurting people. Which this is fair, but the thing is like we didn't see anything in that video that would lead us to believe that that actually happened. I mean, all we saw was claims of that. $2,000 bond, that's like 12 catalytic converters he has to steal. Look, this guy said at the beginning of the video, I have a job, I'm working, I'm taking care of my brothers, blah, blah, blah. I mean, what makes you, just because this guy lives in a trailer park, makes you think that he's like the type of person that would steal catalytic converters? I can't stand people who hurt animals. I mean, again, these are unverified claims from random people that a cop is just claiming to have. I mean, we don't even know if he legitimately had 4 or 5 people. That kid is magically suspicious. I get that's kind of funny. He's not suspicious at all to me, but the leprechaun joke is funny. Skinny ginger kid with a scraggly beard and a Punisher shirt being arrested in a trailer park for shooting a dog with a pellet gun is about as stereotypical as you can get. Well, yeah, but that makes me think that this is probably the reason you can't trust what's being said here, because it just falls far too cleanly into a stereotype. Problem child becomes problem adult, becomes society's problem. Again, I just don't think that that's a fair characterization of what actually happened there. FYI, beards aren't for everyone. That's true. I don't know though. I thought his beard looked pretty decent. Maybe I'm just partial to the red beards. Yeah, exactly, Brian. I fucking hate animal abusers too, if they actually did it. But I would like to know if they actually did it before I just assumed that they're an animal abuser, you know? His attitude completely changed after the cop said everything's being recorded. He went from 100 to 5.5. No, he was never at 100. He never went to 100. And I don't think his attitude changed at all. As a matter of fact, I'm going to dislike this comment. That's just a lie. So, I mean, as you can see, people in the comments section of these kinds of videos tend to have shitty opinions. Terribly shitty opinion. Yeah, I didn't see anything there that would suggest that he was being a dick at all. He seemed very reasonable to me, especially considering the circumstances. Yeah, go ahead, Atsumari. Feel free. And I'll be joining that Discord soon, probably later tonight. Oh, we got Billy on the case. He's going to look into that. I wish we had the full body camera footage. It'd be really cool to do an episode where we take something like this that was originally packaged for the pro-police crowd and repackage it for the anti-police crowd with the full footage to, give context that this video is obviously leaving out. What is the Discord? Atsumari will be linking it shortly if he can. If not, then send me if not, then I will. I gotta take a piss really quick. So in the meantime, I'll throw something up here for you guys. I guess an ATA episode. Let's see. What's one that you guys probably haven't seen? Try to throw one up. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. It also didn't get the recognition that it deserved. All right, I'm going to go take a piss. I'll be right back. I'm going to leave you guys with this until I get back. Oops.
Welcome to Audit the Audit, where we sort out the who and what and the right and wrong of police interactions. This episode covers preemption, animal impoundment, and custodial arrests, and is brought to us by Cleveland Area Body Cameras channel. Be sure to check out the description below and give them the credit that they deserve. On February 27th, 2024, officers from the Brooklyn Police Department in Brooklyn, Ohio, responded to a call from local resident Courtney Carter, who reported that there was a loose alligator in her home. When the officers arrived on the scene, they were informed that Miss Carter's husband, Delonte Carter, took the animal to the gas station. The officers then caught up with Mr. Carter as he was walking with the animal on the sidewalk, and the interaction that followed was captured on officer body camera.
Are you Courtney?
No, I'm not Courtney. I'm her cousin.
You're her cousin?
Yeah.
Okay, where the one that lives here?
Yeah, Courtney lives. Yeah.
Do you live here?
No, I live here with her.
Okay, are your kids inside?
My kids are inside.
There's no alligator inside?
He walked down the street with me.
How big's this alligator?
Yeah, the one this long.
Is it a caiman?
I don't know his name. It's a dog. Yeah, it's a dog caiman.
Okay.
And he got a mom. I'm surprised I didn't see.
What's he wearing?
What is he wearing? What do you have on? Blue hoodie, black tan. He's at that gas station down there.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
It's cool, man, but I'm confused.
No, it's a dog caiman.
Yeah. So for some reason we got a call saying it was loose in the house, and obviously it's not loose in the house.
No.
You guys are still working through all that.
Who? Never loose in the house.
Yeah, well, you have it under control, obviously.
Yeah, why would I have it
So,
loose?
okay. Out of curiosity, like, how does one even get one?
They dwarf caimans, so they totally legal. They ban on crocodiles and alligators. Dwarf caimans, they don't get no bigger than 5 feet.
So that's how?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're good, the family's good?
Yeah.
All that? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on between you two, but we at least had a check, make sure there's not, like, we didn't know anything.
Bro, I'm not, as you can clearly see,
yeah,
she would never, only took her out to get the algae off of her so she could go back in the tank.
Yeah. All right. Let me check out something real quick and we'll get you on your way.
What happened?
73050. Repeat that traffic. I didn't hear it. I was transferring radio.
Can you believe it? They freaking arrest this guy for having a pet. Yeah, imagine being allowed to have the pet that you want without the government getting in the way. I agree with that. I didn't even notice I didn't turn this lamp off. Yeah, that was kind of a ridiculous episode. And I thought that it was going to do well because it was such a novel situation. But they ended up arresting him for having the pet and for basically being having a domestic disturbance with his with his girlfriend. They make harnesses for alligators. I can't imagine wanting to have an alligator as a pet. I like to have pets that I have a bond with, and I just can't relate to cold-blooded creatures. I mean, I like snakes. I think they're cool, and I like to be around them, but I wouldn't want to take care of one, you know? Whoa. All right. I think I'm pretty much done with the body camera stuff that I had planned for the day. I'm actually working on a standalone video with Billy right now. He gave me a bunch of the here's that Discord link. If anyone is interested, here's a link to the Discord that Atsumari set up for us, and I'll be joining that momentarily. So if you ever want to talk to me, directly or on Discord, or maybe you find a story or have a question or something you think I might be able to help you with, we can have a community there that can all talk to each other whenever they want. So feel free to join that Discord. I'll be in there. And bear in mind that it's Atsumari who's going to be running it. I don't have time to manage a Discord, but I will participate in it when I can. I want to do some call-ins, and I also want to play a little bit of chess. So I think first I'm going to do a little bit of chess, maybe like 2 or 3 games, and then I'll do maybe 1 or 2 call-ins, and then we're going to call it a night. I can feel my throat getting sore already. Oh, he's going to get a bot set up for it. Sweet. That'll make everything a lot easier. All right, well, let's play a couple games of chess. Then we'll do a couple call-ins. Share the screen. All right. Anybody who wants to send me a request, I'll play anyone in the chat right now, or I can play a random. It's up to you guys. Let me know. Send me something. I'll give you guys like maybe 4 or 5 minutes to get a request in, because I know how finicky it can be. Oh, trust me, Atsumari, I am not good at chess either. I just like to play it. It's one of those games that like you can play at any time. Like if you got, 15 minutes to kill, you can play it, which is rare to get satisfaction out of a game after playing it for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Where's Wonder McBlunder at? We had a really good game last time. I'd love to play him again. All right, I'm not getting any requests. I guess I'll do a random guy. I should play Police Simulator on a live stream. It's a fun game, and part of your score is based on upholding civil rights. Oh, I never heard of that. I'm going to play a random guy. Not the random guy that just said hey in chat. Man, I swear there's a lot of synchronicity between myself and chat. I'll definitely check that out. Yeah, we do have a lot of great minds thinking alike in here. I will say that. Billy's already emailing me about that cop. He's on this shit, guys. Jay Abate. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how many of you have seen that from Chile where he set up that whole like police like simulation. It was utterly ridiculous. I think it was hilarious that he did that. It cracks me up just thinking about it. Oh yeah, you'll learn a lot from people like James White for sure. Oh, is the stream boogering up? Give it a refresh, Illinois. Oh fuck, I kind of fucked my knight out of a good position. I do it through, I take calls through the stream software. So basically what'll happen is I'll post a link in the chat and you can just click that link and you'll be able to talk to me on the stream. The calls are shaken, not stirred. I don't know, sometimes we do get some stirred up calls. Oh, is anyone else having problems with the quality of the stream? Yeah, I'm sure that Discord is going to be it's going to be something. That's for sure. I think it's just you, Illinois. Should have got some more tea while I was down there. Ah, I just gave that away. That's kind of frustrating. I wouldn't mind having this lane clear. Yeah, that probably is the issue, brother. I kind of want to take this because when he takes back with that, I can then take this and have a free lane to that. But it's going to require me sacrificing this just in the hopes that I can make a trade. So I don't know. I'm kind of in a bad spot here. I'm just going to do that instead. Yeah, maybe I should have taken that trade now that I'm thinking about it. You guys are on the Discord before I even am. Part of me wants to go here and get rid of this so I have a more leeway here. I think I will make that trade, and it's okay if he takes it with the knight. See if he moves back. Can't wait to see it, Catherine. I'm sure that that's going to be something. I can go here. He started a Discord called Fraud at the Audit. That's the one we're all joining. I'm sure there is a Discord called that somewhere. Oh, I have a plan. I have a tricky plan. Do I have something against castling? No, I already did it. Frog at the Audit. Oh, he figured me out. Hmm. What are you guys talking about? A cis mission is better than a trans? This Discord is going to be ridiculous. You guys are going to get me canceled. Oh, man. This is really annoying. This guy's annoying. Just going to do this. I don't know what else to do. Yeah, I will if he wants to join. I don't want to. I'm not trying to sign him up for any extra responsibilities he doesn't want. But I'll have a conversation with the mod after this and see if he would like to participate in something like that. Okay, I think I have a plan now. Oh, that's okay. I don't mind that trade. I thought I just gave it away, though. Yeah, you should practice, Catherine. That's all it takes, really. If you want to be good at chess, all you have to do is play. If you want to be really good at chess, though, that's kind of a different story. And trust me, once you start playing, it's like I said before, it's kind of like guitar in that the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know, you know? So chess can be one of those things where it's very rewarding in one sense, but at the same time, it's painful to play because you could be doing so much better every time you learn more about the game. Yeah, and I like fighting games too. I actually play this boxing game called Undisputed. And it's not a good game at all, but it's a good boxing simulation game that can be fun. Oh, man. He just gave me that for free. I like Street Fighter games too. I like fighting and racing games. Those are probably my two favorite categories. Oh no, why did I do that? I was not trying to even go there. I'm an idiot. And I just gave that away. This is going to be a tie. Oh my god, I just did it again. I'm an idiot. That's what I get for talking to you guys and not paying attention. I wanted to go bring that down and make a check out of it. I was right in line to get this game back on track too, man. That's tragedy. Tragedy. I am always blaming you guys. Every time I make a mistake, it's your fault, not mine. Come on. You guys know I don't do accountability around here. Accountability's out the window around here. It's definitely your fault. Has nothing to do with how I'm playing. Okay, I don't think he can win with just a knight. Oh no. Oh no, I should not have went that way. Okay, thank God he didn't punish me for that. This is not good. This is not good. No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Yep. I knew it. I knew it. We barely pulled that one off. I'll take a draw in that situation after immediately losing my queen and then giving away my rook after taking it back. That was brutal. But I'll take a +1, you know? Not that bad. I can't complain about that. Yeah, okay. I'll give you guys credit for me getting the draw. All right? Give credit where it's due. You guys get the draw, even though it was also your fault that we didn't win. At least it's your fault that we got the draw. All right, I'll play one more. Oh, does Wonder McBlunder want to play? Are we in here? No, I don't think he's in here. All right, we'll play one more random game and then we'll do a couple call-ins. Then we'll get out of here. Oh, you got approval on the Facebook settlement. Yeah, I forgot about that. Them being sued and shit. Honestly, I'm about to sue Facebook if they keep letting people rip off my content. It's getting really old. Yeah, I'm on the borderline with it at Sumari. I'm seriously considering it because it's going to be really annoying and a very time-consuming battle, to say the least. But I think it's just to the point where nothing else can be done. Yeah, and my lawsuit against the internet is still, it's still ongoing. We're building our case. We need more people to donate to the legal fund so I can hire Ben Crump to be my attorney. You had someone rip clips from your phishing content and not credit you? That is atrocious behavior. Oh, man. I think we got this game in the bag. He's already way out of position. I'm doing great. I'm controlling the center of the board easily. And he's not really doing anything to contest that. So this guy might be screwed. That's an interesting move. Yeah. They have no development at all. And they're pushed way back here in this corner. That's going to be a problem for him here in a minute. Hmm. Kind of got me in a bit of a tricky spot here. And I see this coming, right? But he's also got this in danger, so I guess this is what I should do. What's up, Brad? Good to see you here, dude. Is that a PAX you're shooting? Wait, what? I don't know what that means, DC. I got a castle. Oh, this is a jewel. It's the old school jewel. The reason I use this is because most modern vapes only come in like fruity flavors, and I'm not a fruity flavor kind of guy. I don't even know what a PAX is. I'm assuming that's some kind of new vape. I don't know. I use what works. And this is like the only vape that doesn't have a like that has a neutral flavor. You know what I mean? Yeah, I only vape the whiskey flavor, the man flavor. No, I don't like. I used to smoke cigarettes, so for like 10 years I smoked cigarettes, and I hated menthol cigarettes and anything flavored. So I don't want my vapes flavored either, but I still need nicotine. Man, he thought about that one for a long time. Kind of fucked me up with it too. Yeah. All my flavors. My You know what's funny, dude, is the shower gel I use is a mahogany flavor of some kind, something like that. My wife bought it for me, so I don't even pay attention to what it is, but you're pretty much right about that. I'm just gonna have to sacrifice this. There's nowhere to put it. Yeah, it smells good. I like it. Your shower product is legit charcoal. Well, if that's not manly, I don't know what is, dude. That's got to be the manliest one. Yeah, honestly, it's not a matter of whether I like how I smell or not. It's more about how whether or not my wife likes how I smell. You know, I really don't care if I could be wearing Axe body spray right now and it wouldn't make a difference to me. But as long as my wife likes how I smell, that's all I really care about. Everyone else can get fucked as far as how I smell. He's trying to bait me. See that? I wonder if he would take this bait to do the trade and then take this pawn with his queen afterwards and free me up to take that. Now take it. Take it. Fall for it. No, he didn't do it. It's kind of annoying, this guy. Look at that. We got positive vibes. He is a masturbator. Rich Cedar. Somebody's behind. Can you hear that? Does it sound like a warm kumbaya fire to you, DC? That's why I'm constantly muting myself, is so you don't hear the crackle and pop of this vape in the microphone. Okay, take that. Thanks for the fork, buddy. Okay. I would have moved my queen if I were you, but if that's what you want to do, that's fine. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I knew we had this one in the bag. I could just tell. It does sound like curtains are on fire. Or a mini popcorn machine, yeah. Well, we got 2 dubs. 2 dubs. All right. I guess we'll do a couple of call-ins. Let's see here. All right. I'm only going to be able to do like 2 call-ins, maybe 2. And I just want to give the preface that we might be able to do more if you make your call brief. All right. So bear in mind that when you call in, we're kind of on a bit of a timeline here. But There's the link in the chat if you'd like to have a talk. Just click that link and we will chat. Try to put my camera underneath my screen underneath my camera so it actually looks like I'm talking to you. It's my boy Noah.
Dude,
What's up, brother?
I ain't gonna lie. I sit there and just wait. No, I think me
For
and
the
you have
call
good.
in.
I think me and you have good conversations. So,
Yeah.
as always, I write stuff down just so it doesn't seem like it's a shit show on your end or something like that.
Yeah, no
Let me
worries.
turn this down a little bit. But no, I was wondering if you had seen anything from that email that I had sent you.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, a couple of other people.
If
A couple of other
I don't want you to
people.
like dump all of it or anything for making a
No,
video on
no,
it.
no. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on it yet. I think I'm gonna do a little more digging and maybe try to get some body camera footage, if it exists. But someone actually sent me a link to all the guys' Facebook stuff, his pages, or the videos that he posted on his page, and so I do have everything. I just haven't had the time to really dig into it yet.
Yeah, dude did message me too, and he's like, "Well, I got all the body camera footage," and I was like, "Well, I don't know." I figured you was already rolling on your own end on that, but no, I was just curious about that. And then, sorry, I smoked a hitter earlier, so I'm a little goobered up. But
You're good.
That last live stream you did, that guy got banned,
Oh
and
yeah.
I think you just gave him you gave him a small ban. And what went through my head was like in the audit voice, guy that got banned gets an F for fundamental misunderstanding of basic law and failing to learn.
Yeah, he did display a fundamental misunderstanding of constitutional principles for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
He actually went and commented on that stream afterwards, after after it was recorded and like posted as a live stream or whatever. And then I deleted him from that too. So the one time I went out of my way to police the comments, because he was actually spreading a bunch of fucking bullshit misinformation, and I don't like that. I don't tolerate that. It's fine if you want to argue with me and us together, but like I'm not gonna let my channel be a billboard for misinformation,
Yeah. I know you ain't trying to do this very long, so hold on, let me. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna bash this dude's name, but you were talking about him on the last stream too. News Now, I think you know where I'm going with that.
Mm-hmm.
Organic audits, and I underline that. I think organic audits are the best, in my opinion. It's not about making civilians a victim to get the cops called. I hate that shit. It's like, dude, yeah, I mean, you can legally record whoever you want in public, but is it really? It just makes you look like an asshole, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, it's not just that,
that
dude.
was-
It's not just that you are personally making yourself look like an asshole. It's that you're leaving an impression with all the people that you interact with that that's how all First Amendment auditors act.
Yeah,
Especially if you
exactly.
identify when you like most auditors when they're dealing with private citizens, they get to a point to where they have to say, I'm doing a First Amendment audit or something to that effect. And that person's going to leave with the impression that First Amendment auditors are all just assholes,
Yeah, and I was watching. I think the last episode you did at ATA. That was on. Oh, what's his name?
The Random Patriot.
We got. Yeah, the Random Patriot. Nicest dude ever. I love his content. It's like the guy that just assaulted him. It's like, dude, you're literally assaulting one of the most peaceful dudes. I don't know. It's just like I feel like that guy might have had a bad experience in the past with maybe somebody that just doesn't quite understand.
I think he's just, I I think a part of it is him losing some of his mental faculties from just being so
Yeah,
old.
that too.
You know, older people tend to just not have as good of a
Thinks
grip
he's
over their temper.
thinks he's like a drill sergeant and shit. But
Yeah, and he didn't even have any
yeah,
law
no.
enforcement authority. That drove me crazy.
You're like, dude, I'm not a hurricane, bro. You can't, or I'm not a tornado, bro. You can't. You got nothing over me until you would.
Yeah, that's funny.
But difference between learning how and never learning how. It's like a lot of auditors obviously start out and they don't really know what they're doing, and I'm one of them. I'm not like. I mean, if you went on my channel, you'll see I don't really have any audits yet, and that's because I want to learn more before I just go out and think I know it all. I don't want to be one of them auditors that just, for when I want to piss a bunch of people off, but I don't know. I just have a certain style that I prefer to go with, and I'm not
No,
gonna name any people that
I
like
look,
watching, but
I don't fault people for learning as they go. You know, sometimes that's the
yeah,
only thing that people have available to them. But those two auditors in particular that we were talking about last stream had
they
years
just
of
don't learn.
experience. Yeah, they had years of experience
That's what
of
I was
doing the
getting
wrong
at. I'm
thing.
like, dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
I hate. There's a couple others that are just like real,
that's right, DC.
real
Auditing
freaking.
auditing without antagonizing is a good way to
Yes,
characterize it.
that's the best. Who said that? DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exact nail on. Yeah, nailed that. Yes,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just every time you talk about something, I'll like think about it and then I'll write something down, and then some of the shit I want to save for my channel. But
I feel
all
that.
right, I appreciate you having me on here, and
Yeah,
I
of
was
course,
mainly
dude.
just curious about that Jim Brown or whatever it was, whatever that dude's name was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that stuff. It is on
If that
my
makes
to-do list.
ATA, that'd be cool. So,
Yeah,
all
and
right,
if it
buddy, I
does, I'll be
appreciate you.
sure to I'll be sure to give your channel credit for bringing me that story because
I mean, you don't even have to. I ain't asking for anything. If I could ask for anything at all, I do run a Facebook group called United States Tyrant Patrol Group. Anybody is welcome to share any of their police related situations. Any channels that do videos such as yourself are welcome to go over to that and harvest.
Oh,
I
cool.
literally, the only thing I want out of this is get the word out there, teach people, and I don't want a damn thing other than that out of it.
What was the
So
name of that Facebook group again?
it's United States Tyrant Patrol Group on Facebook.
Gotcha.
I think
I'll
it's
check that out.
at man, I haven't even checked, honestly. I literally don't even care what it's at. I think it's at like 300 or something like that. But I share basically everybody's content to it. A lot of Brian stuff from Here's the Deal gets shared over to it.
Gotcha. Well, I'll check
Just
it
all
out,
kinds
dude.
of good stuff on there, really. So, but all
Yeah.
right, buddy, I appreciate you.
Yeah, brother. Always
Later
good
on,
talking
I'll
to you.
talk to you later.
See ya.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Got Catherine. I see you here off the handle. I'll get to you in just a second, brother. What do you know? It's the kitties.
Yes, they're playing. I just real quick, I was wanting to know if I got the email correct for the book.
Yes. Yeah, I think I have everything that I need from you, and I'm just waiting on more author copies to come in at this point. So as soon as they get here, I'll be able to mail you your book out.
Awesome sauce. I had Dean over here. I was going to show you Dean, but he ran. my big baby Dean, but he
Oh.
ran.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him. But yeah, I'll be sure.
There he is.
I'll get to
Dean.
Hey.
That's
Cute.
my older baby. Oh, I just had to show the kittens things because they're just too cute.
Oh.
Hey, don't you want it? Okay, I was just making sure that you got the email and everything for
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
I wasn't
For
sure.
sure.
I did it right. Okay, thank you. Okay,
All
someone
right.
else talk now.
Thanks for letting me see your cats. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Catherine.
Bye.
All right. Off the handle.
Whoa.
What's up, my man?
I don't know, glasses or no glasses. I got a little sun. It's just it's just sunset now.
Yeah,
Go with
I
it,
see the
whipping.
glasses work. Yeah.
They're prescription. So
Okay.
I just so much respect what you were doing. I've never called up and specifically praised what I just left a comment here and there, but I think back to all the ATA episodes, right, which should be like required viewing for citizen, for anybody interacting that has like force or authority behind them. They should look at all that stuff, like as part of the training. At this point, it's quite a body of work. What sticks out, remember the one where the guy was in the road running and the semi came and hit him, and he was in the road, and they had already had contact with the ambulance, and the cops had let him out on the side of the road.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one would make you cry, man. It's like when you look at something like that where people are just not taking in like basic civil consideration of what a human being is and how you treat human beings is out of the picture. It's like that's just so sad.
Well, a part of that, I think, is that cops get so caught up in protocol and policy that they forget that they're actually dealing with human beings,
I got a saga. And I won't, bore you with a bunch of long, gory details, but I think that I might be your first caller who is a unanimously sustained recipient of police misconduct as determined by a Citizens Police Review Board, reversing the position of the chief on inquiry, which took 3 years back in 1997. And, it was all pre-body cam. I filed my own suit against the, primary malfeasance, but there was just so much about it that I reflected on. But anyway, I came up with a 5-point checklist of police reform as a police abuse recipient that I thought would make me feel better. And one of the things was this body cam. I'm really hot for that, but it needs to be more. It needs to be public service, public record, period. And that needs to be available. The same thing to the defense and the prosecution and everybody, open playing field. Some of these, at the time, you got to realize this happened in 97. I was unanimously sustained in 99. And, as I think back about it, without the body cams and stuff, I decided, what, we need to give these people more money. These cops need twice as much money. But you know what, with that, let's keep the gun in the holster till there's shots fired. Till you got shots fired and there's bullets flying around, keep that gun in the holster. Suicide by cop over. Okay. And now every single one of them I respect is somebody that's going to take the first shot. And let's face it, they're prepared for it, right? They got bulletproof vests, medication, they got tourniquets in the car. They got the whole, they're more prepared than anybody I know to take a bullet, but I would never suggest that should happen. But okay, so let's keep the gun in the holster till shots are fired. We're going to pay you twice as much so you become a real respected member of society and you have more financial power. So when you see something wrong, you could go and fix it, maybe with that extra dough you've got. And instead of needing kickbacks from your buddy who's a drug dealer you caught, and then, you let him off and he slides you a little envelope now and then at the taqueria, that kind of stuff is going on all over America. And it's frustrating. And let's take the word subject away from them. You're using public airwaves. You're referring to people, individuals, citizens, human beings, and you're calling them subjects, which goes back to kings and queens and slavery and peons and underlings and serfs. And we don't need it. We don't need something in your daily routine that isolates and psychologically separates you from the citizens, from the public that you are serving. Pardon me while I'm on my soapbox, but for 30 years I've been working on this bullshit. So anyway, that's my little checklist. Police reform, let's pay them more. You're taking the first shot. There's always going to be a public record, and you don't get to call us subjects. And whatever the fifth one was, I can't remember, man. I can't. It's all a blur. It'll come back to me like a nightmare, like the whole thing. But yeah, you got any thoughts or what do you think? I mean, can you understand? It's like 30 years of like, and just ignored, by the time they unanimously sustain you, water's under the bridge. Ain't nobody talking about nothing, especially back in the 90s, before audits. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say that I'm
Simmer
very
down.
impressed. I'm very impressed that you were able to have something like that done with a civilian oversight board, especially in a time before you could have this objective record of facts through the body cam. I'm curious about what that process was like, because it seems like it would be arduous, to say the least.
The story is just unbelievable, but it's real, and it's completely sincere, but it is at the same time unbelievable. And it would take there's an episode in this of us sitting down and talking, and me maybe even having some papers I could throw up on the screen and show you some stuff. So basically, I got contacted by security guards on private property, purportedly purportedly asked to leave, and I got thrown to the ground and dragged in front of witnesses. The witnesses coming after, saying, "Where are you taking that guy?" Me saying, "Hey, let go of me, you're hurting me." And they ripped a hole through my jeans, took skin off my knee or whatever. So they got me a ticket, but they got a ticket from the cop that signed it and handed it to them to fill out in 1997. And when they filled it out, they put the date as 70, a 7 with a line through it and a big fat binary goose egg 0 in 4 of 5 date locations, eliminating the ability to ever appear on the ticket and sabotaging the paperwork, because they knew what they did was wrong. And if, I went to court, I would be able to clearly show with the witnesses and the reality of what happened that they had made some shit up to cover each other's asses. So, anyway.
So it was a paper trail. It was a paper trail that ultimately got you.
The way that you had asked about the oversight, getting to the Citizens Police Review Board part, and basically, so when that happened, I thought they're charging with trespassing. So the next day, I went to the county clerk and got the deed. I found out they didn't own the property I was on. Even if they had alleged that I did what they said that I did, I wasn't on their property. So I went the next day to the PD. This is Santa Cruz, California. I went to the PD to press counter charges for assault and battery against the guards, and I provided them my witness information. So they never contacted my witnesses for a year and a half. And they wouldn't tell me what I did that allowed me to be thrown on the ground for over 6 months. But my court date was supposed to be in 30 days. Show up, it hasn't come from the bounce back and forth like a ping pong ball between the police and the prosecutor, each one saying, "Oh, well, we don't have it." And it turns out, because the day after it happened, I went into the police department and I complained to the chief. I made the official citizen's complaint, and the chief reviews them, Chief Belcher at the time in Santa Cruz. So he refused the complaint, and he says, "There's nothing to see here," and somehow my paperwork got lost in his desk for a year. So it took a year and a half for them to interview my witnesses. That information that was there when I talked to him, they never charged the boardwalk that I was dealing with. So I ended up suing an improper for assault and battery and false imprisonment, negligent hiring, intentional infliction of emotional distress, gross negligence. Did my own interrogatories, my own requests for admissions, and I settled the case for a nuisance 4-figure, low, not even mid 4-figure settlement, because they had me under the barrel with document production after a year and a half. It wasn't in the state. If I didn't show up within X number of days, I was just going to lose the case by default. So I just took their bullshit settlement, and then, that's the end of it. But it's not really the end of it. A lot of stuff happened along the way, a lot of ins and outs, in the Lebowski sense. But, we just, as people, need to demand to be treated like human beings, not as property, not as subjects. I'm not somebody's property. My dad flew 23 missions over Germany in the top turret of a B-24, watching all his friends get blown out of the sky every single night for my freedom. I value it. I treasure it. And I vociferously guard it. And, back before the Patriot Act happened and they took away the writ of habeas corpus, Woody Harrelson was doing a thing with take me to the magistrate technology up in Trinity County, up in Northern California, because he found that through this fellow named B.E. Smith. So B.E. Smith discovered that in the California code, you had to have an injured party, and that you couldn't have a crime unless you had an injured party. And he figured out that infractions are by definition not crime. So if you get taken to jail for an infraction, which is by definition not crime, and yet jail is the punishment for crime, that having been in jail even for a minute is more than any fine that would be done for an infraction. So Woody Harrelson and B.E. Smith both engaged this take me to the magistrate technology back at the time, to the point where if you had a bumper sticker that said, I know B.E. Smith in Northern California in the late 90s, the cops would not pull you over, because they knew if they were pulling you over for some bullshit infraction, you knew exactly what to do, and would have a friend of the court file a writ of habeas corpus after you were in custody, and that writ would be examined by the judge. Actually, it wouldn't get to the judge, it would get to the court clerk, who would look at it and find that there wasn't an injured party, and she wouldn't be able to give it to the judge. It's like they need an inflatable football to pass to the judge. If you don't have an injured party, the football doesn't inflate, the judge can't ever touch it, and you get kicked out. And then 9/11 changed all that. Patriot Act changed all that. Anyway, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Happy to put a face to my little chat handle.
Hey, yeah.
Anything I can do to support. I would ride my bike with your citizen handbook to every library in the country and give them out, because people need to understand this stuff. We have to demand it so that there is no time in which it is unreasonable to expect to be treated as if you would want to be treated. I mean, that's just it. These cops do things that they would not want done to themselves. That's what happened to me. You could disagree with my perspective. I could get amped up. I could be, a little frustrated or whatever. But if I'm not striking you, if I'm not physically aggressing towards you, if I'm not holding a weapon or a threat, I mean, so many stories. 9 years.
I get what you're saying, that, and I agree with that perspective, and I value that a lot, with their needing to be a victim for there to be a crime. And there's a many facets, many different ways we could talk about, how things have transformed now into basically a new kind of corruption for the digital age. And, but yeah, I mean, well, thank you for coming on here, brother. I appreciate you I admire your passion, to say the least.
And your work is been really not I don't want to say informative, but it has been a fortification of my knowledge and experience in how to deal with this, and has given me the exact cases and so on and so forth. You wanted to quit early on the third call. You said you were just going to do a couple. I thank you for that.
Absolutely.
And chat, I really respect a lot of the stuff that flies by. I'm horrible on my phone at typing comments and stuff, and the way that the YouTube system works on my phone, it's just hard for me to chat with people directly. So I really just pretty much spit out some shit, and I'm sorry about that. I'm not like, hi, Joe and Ken and Bob and Larry and so, but I'll be keeping in the background someday to subscribe and do all the members thing. You should do that. Oh, and the other thing is, please, and I'm sorry I have to do this right here right now, but you need to find a way to be receiving money. You need to be advertising something other than these YouTube super chats where I'm paying them 30%, because I've thrown $10 your way, but really I've thrown $7 your way because Google ran off with 3 of it. And you could be using any one of these other platforms or putting up you should have a QR code back there on that wall. in the back, and people scan that QR code, they can donate, and then every time you want to just say, and if you want to help me with my mission, you put your hand up, and there's the QR code right there for audit PayPal or whatever.
That's not a bad idea at all. I'll consider that for sure. Thank you for the recommendation,
and thank you for all your work.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you for calling in, and we'll talk to you next time, brother. Feel free to call in again when we do this again.
Love it.
All right, brother. Bye.
Peace, guys. Thanks.
All right. I said I was only going to do a few, but we got the man, the myth, the legend. This will definitely be the last one right here. So I'm going to bring him up now. It's the one, the only one man in Japan. What's up, Brad?
Not much, man. I had a little time to get some laundry folded there, while I was.
Yeah, I saw that.
I know you did. You got to see me fold my socks, the towels, and as they say down south, my drawers. So,
how's everything in Japan, dude?
Hot as fuck. I swear to God, man. It was like 72 degrees the night I left, and the day I got back, I believe the high before the heat index was 100 degrees.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, it's global warming. It did not used to be this hot in the summer. Summers are
Is it
actually
humid over there where you're at?
absolutely. You're never that far from the ocean in Japan,
Oh, right.
and
That
because
makes
it's
sense.
an archipelago.
Yeah.
But we're also relatively close to sea level, which is interesting because back in West Virginia, I got sinus headaches relatively often. Here, maybe once a year. They last about 2, 3 days, and that's it. I go back to visit my mom, and I'm getting sinus headaches left and right because I'm not used to the mountains anymore.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting that and it's crazy how I guess in America you really don't think about altitude too much, because you're constantly when you travel from one state to the other, you're always up and down sea level. It's like you rarely start one place and end up another place at the same sea level. But I can imagine living in one country near sea level for a long time and then coming to a hilly place, like that side of America would probably have a pretty significant effect on you.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, Appalachia, we're not the highest mountains. The Appalachians are fairly old, but mountains are mountains.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
for sure.
I was basically used to it. I lived in West Virginia all my life, and now when I go back, my body and my sinuses are like, oh, what the hell?
I gotten used to that. Um, I don't know. What kind of environment would you call Japan? Like as far as its terrain? Is it tropical?
No, although if climate change continues, it may get reclassified. I would that as my amateur meteorological and topological opinion. But no, I mean summer here. Okay, obviously, if you go up to say Sendai or Hokkaido, if you go down to Kyushu or Okinawa, obviously things get cooler or warmer. But like the main central part of Japan, so Kanto, Chubu, Kansai, summers are long and hot and humid, and winters are cold, but not horribly so.
Sounds
Spring and
pretty
fall are
temperate.
relatively short. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
it's
it's a good bit warmer. Although, I mean, you live down south, man. You
yeah.
you have basically you have summer and then you have kind of shades of not summer, as I recall.
Yeah, basically. I mean, in Florida, the weather is almost always the same. Like when winter rolls around, it'll get down to the 60s, sometimes the 50s, but honestly, 60 degrees in Florida feels very cold compared to what I'm used to. But in Alabama, where I used to live, we had an average humidity of like 90% year round.
Oh yeah.
Because it's in a hard valley between the Appalachians and the Rockies and stuff. So,
I've been I knew this girl down in Georgia, a couple of girls down in Georgia. I'm not bragging, that I went down to visit a couple of times, and yeah, the humidity down around Savannah. Actually, anytime I hear Smith v. Cumming in somebody's video, I'm like, I've been to Cumming, Georgia.
yeah,
There
yeah.
was this girl I knew in Cumming, Georgia before I knew there was any sort of landmark case. And they're like, in the landmark case of Smith versus Cumming. And I'm like, Cumming, holy, I've been there.
Dude, your voice, you should do some kind of podcast or radio work, dude. You have a great voice for it.
Yeah, well, they had me do streaming lessons for the company, which is probably the only thing I really like doing there anymore. But I mean, I'm going to shamelessly plug I keep a Japan blog, and at this point, my Japan blog is a teenager. My Japan blog will be 15 years old next spring.
That's
I've been keeping it
crazy.
that long. Yeah, I've got like over 500 posts, which when the little milestone came up, I was like, wait, really? I've talked that much? Oh, wait, I guess I have. But I also keep a fiction blog I started a few years ago,
Oh, that's
fantasy
cool.
fiction that I write. And one of the things I'd like to do is actually keep a podcast.
Yeah, you should. You have a great voice for it. Like I said, I think you could make a podcast about literally anything.
Well, I would basically write an original story and just do all the voices. I've had a noir story in my head for a while. I just need to do it.
Yeah, I like reading noir stuff.
Well,
and
I have no
listening
skill
to
at it, so it might suck.
Well, that's why I stay away from fiction writing. But originally my core skill, I would say, is writing. But I tend to be a lot better at writing fact-based things than than venturing into fiction. I've written a little bit of fiction. I used to write a lot of poetry, but as I've gotten older, I've just kind of fallen more into the truth lane of writing, I guess.
See, I've tried poetry, and I mean, other people have said, "Oh, your poetry's fine." I'm like, yeah, it feels glib. All of my poetry just ends up. I look at it and I'm like, that just looks such glib is the only word I can think of to describe it. So I don't do a lot of poetry.
No, yeah, I get that, and I try. Well, I would say that I took sort of a contrarian take on poetry and tried to do very experimental ideas with the structure of poems. So a lot of my poetry is more a lot more visceral, and it's very concise. I'll say that. A lot of poetry dances around all this, beautiful language and sentence structure and vocabulary, whereas my poetry is a lot more focused on what the actual poem is about instead of trying to capture all this artistic beauty in between the lines of what's being said.
So your poetry is very prose-like.
It is prose-like. Yeah, it is very prose-like. I'll say that.
Now I can rattle off like short things. What was it? Press NH Now did a video a couple of weeks ago where he was in a town called Limerick. So I immediately wrote a limerick about Press NH Now in the comments, and that was, I mean, but that's
No, I've seen you do stuff like that before in the comments here where you crack off like just shit that I know you thought of in the moment that I'm like, wow, that's, most people it would require some calculation to come up with something like that, rather than just saying it off the top of their head. Some people have that gift. James White from Southern Draw Law is one of those people too, where he just says things in passing that you're like, holy shit, that's actually really nuanced and insightful.
well, for me, I find I do a lot of throwaway comments, and about 1 in 20 is actually funny, insightful, or interesting, and the other 19 are just, the spaghetti failing to stick to the wall.
Yeah, people don't realize that about writing, that a lot of times it is about just writing enough bullshit until you find a diamond in the rough amongst all the crap that you've written down,
I remember after high school, a buddy of mine was telling me, he's like, man, there was this one time in Spanish class where you said this fucking hilarious thing, and I was like, I genuinely don't recall that. It was just, for me, it was a throwaway. For you, it was really funny, but for me, it was just, I said it, you laughed, and I moved on.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Well, dude, all right,
I'm
man.
gonna plug my Japan blog. It
Yeah,
is
do it.
it's easy to find me. onemaninjapan.wordpress.com. That's me.
There you
And
go.
if you want to read any of my other crap, there's a whole list of links on the left side of the page. If you're on a PC, if you're on a phone, I think you're going to scroll out of the bottom. But I mean, I update my Japan and fiction blogs pretty frequently. I have a gaming blog that I update when I have something to say. It's not very often.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, check him out, ladies and gentlemen. It's only 112 people that you're talking to right now, but hey, that's
Yeah, I know. Well, it's because the
better
editor.
than nothing. Yeah.
Cat says do it in the voice. So all that being said. Sorry, man. I like that
However.
expression. I like that expression. However.
All right, dude.
I can say I still enjoy it. Seriously, every time the announcer it's your writing, it's his voice, but every time the Lackawanna Police Department gets an F. And I always, no matter where I am, I always go.
Yeah, what's funny is he and I spent a lot of time together when we first started working together about his tone and cadence and how I want things said. And now it's gotten to the point to where when I'm writing the script, I'm hearing his voice in my head as I'm writing the words. So I'm like, no, I know how this is going to sound before it even, gets anywhere. So yeah, there was a lot of intentionality behind the way that he says certain things, and the verbiage that tends to be repeated is kind of like just a hallmark of, the channel in a way.
Well, if ever you need another narrator, give me a call.
Hey, yeah.
Very little I have to do.
No, yeah, dude. I definitely would. If I ever do need another narrator, you're first in line. I love your voice, and I think you could do it well.
I got more free time than most here, so. But yeah, I have a shitload of hobbies. That's what keeps me busy.
Hey, that's nothing wrong with that. All right, man.
I
Well,
appreciate you having me up. Seriously, less chess, more call-ins. I'm there.
I got you, man. I got you. We'll do some more call-ins next time for sure. All right, brother. Good talking to you as always, Brad.
Japanese dubs. All right, I might have to ask for money for Japanese dubs because that would take a long fucking time.
Dude, I feel like you could. I don't know how you don't already have that job.
Yeah, because I need to go back to school. That's why.
I hear you. All right, Brad. We'll talk to you next time, dude. Later. I like talking to Brad. He's fun and easy to talk to. And he's also very smart. You can tell that just by, some people you can kind of gauge their intellect just by talking to them a little bit. And he's one of those people. You know what I mean? This is a great community. You guys got me thinking about my poetry now, and I was thinking about sharing some of it with you. Because I actually wrote a little bit of poetry not that long ago. And let me see if I can find it. Let me think. Let's see. I've got a couple here. I got one that I wrote when I was like 14 years old that I've always wanted to go back and redo. Because it's kind of a little bit, I would say, it's a little immature, I guess. But I'll read it to you. No shame in this. I mean, I'm probably the hardest person in the world to embarrass, I would think, because I just really don't mind that much when people think I'm stupid. But anyway, okay. So this is called "Wouldn't He?" And I'll just read it, and then we can talk about what you think it's about. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it says, "If God were a man," oh wait, where was it? That's not even the right one. Sorry. Man, I don't even know what I did with it. I had like a draft of it. Now that's gone. It starts with "If God were a man." That's all you get to know. Oh, I've got another one here. Hold on. This one's good. I actually won an award for this. Believe it or not. I won an online poetry contest back in 2016, I think. If I can find, is this the right one? Okay, yeah. So this, I can't remember what the prompt was for this poem, but I won an online contest and got like $300 for this poem. And now that I'm reading it again, it doesn't even sound that good. I don't know how I won. But anyway, it's called Universe. And it goes, "I've got a good joke to tell you, and it starts with a bang. Everything after that was timed and tamed. A cluster of dust laughed into place. Weight found form in an orbital space. Time held its breath and called it forever. And that's when everything fell together. Light took the stage and revealed what had shaped. It was all rehearsed behind a velvet drape. The cast was flawless, but no one warned the producers. The stars forgot their lines. and all that's left are the bloopers. So just kind of like making fun of making it out to be like the entire universe is a joke, essentially. And I don't know, that's not a very good one, I don't think. But it was one that I won something with, so I don't know what that says about it. Let me see if I got a better one here, though. Jesus Christ, there's so many files here. Oh, here's one. Here's a good one. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to what you guys think about it. Sorry. Let's see. Award-winning? I mean, technically it is, I guess. Whistles and claps. Short form has a lot of merit. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to be pretty short in my poems as well. Here's one I wrote about an encounter that I had at a gas station with a gas station clerk. It's called Stigma. He asked nothing, but I answered anyway. I said it was a camera bag, not a purse. He didn't flinch, didn't laugh, didn't even look long, but I felt it. Not him, the room, the centuries, the weight of men watching men for signs of softness. It wasn't shame, not exactly, just the choreography of survival. And if I had kissed him, who would have blushed? And that's just like a short commentary on the ego of man in a lot of ways. And obviously the stigma that comes with being a man. But that one was, yeah, very deep. Very deep. And, you know, that's what feels so cringy about a lot of these to me, is it's very deep. You know, like, and I tend to cringe when I hear stuff like that nowadays. Because life just isn't that serious to me anymore. But back when I was writing this stuff, I was, you know, in the throes of being a teenager and all that. Read it again. Okay, I'll read it one more time because it is kind of short. All right, so the title is called Stigma, and here is the text. He said nothing. I answered anyway. I said it was a camera bag, not a purse. He didn't flinch, didn't laugh, didn't even look long. But I felt it. Not him, the room, the centuries, the weight of men watching men for signs of softness. It wasn't shame, not exactly, just the choreography of survival. And if I had kissed him, who would have blushed? But, yeah. All right, that's enough poetry. I'm feeling really cringy right now. Glad there's only 100 people in here. DC, that's funny. That is hilarious. I can't talk about this tattoo. I will tell you guys about it eventually. But it's really personal, and I just don't want to get into it. And I have a lot of tattoos that are like that. A lot of the, you know, this is probably the most superficial tattoo that I have. A lot of them are attached to very personal memories and times in my life, and they're more so a memento to remember those occasions than they are necessarily anything else, you know. They're more memory than art. You want to, something funny is that I actually have Um, see if I have it right here. Hold on a second. I have this copy of Fight Club, and it's an authentic, like, signed copy too. I'm a big fan of Chuck Palahniuk, and largely because I'm a victim of being a millennial. But I love his work, and I actually have a tattoo of it as well that I can show you guys. That is the haiku that is recited in the book when he's talking about, you know, worker bees can leave, the queen is their slave, all that stuff. Yeah, Rant was really good. All of it. I mean, I can honestly, there's not a book that of his that I don't like. And yeah, I have written a few haikus. Most of them are silly, but I have written quite a few. You guys are silly. Content girl. But yeah, he is more of a young adult author, and that's when I was reading him, honestly, when I was a young adult. And so, you know how people have their Harry Potter obsession from when they were younger. Well, that's kind of like my relationship with Chuck Palahniuk. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up. I wanted to go over time a little bit today just to, kind of give you guys a little extra something since I won't be on live stream for the rest of this week. And the next week's live stream may very well be a bit unconventional depending on where I'm at the time. That actually is a really good haiku. Yeah, so I'm gonna be back next week. It's just that I may not be able to go through body camera stuff with you guys next week. It may be just a call-in show or something to that effect. It just depends on whether or not I'm in town. I may very well be out of town, and if that's the case, I'll just live stream on my phone here, and we can hang out and talk that way. Thank you, DC. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys taking the time to hang out and stuff like that. So thanks for being here. And be on the lookout for some of my newer content. It should be debuting within the next week or so. I have an episode planned tomorrow that's not really in the new content canon, but it's something different. So we'll see you there. Come click on this channel tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and you should have a new episode to watch. Oh, well, we're going to be talking a lot of journalism over the coming weeks because I'm going to be doing some of that. So we already did chess, Fairlane. You missed it, and I won both games. I'll have you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around so long. And I'll see you next week at this time. So tune in. All right. Till then. Yeah, no stream this coming Thursday or Friday. Just next Tuesday. So oh yeah, and join the Discord, One Man in Japan. There should be a link in the chat for you to join the Discord. So hop in there and you can still talk to us all. So don't forget to do that. And I'll until then, I'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you for being here. I'm going to end the freaking stream already. Goodbye. Cheers.